What up, y'all? This is Relatable, episode 4. You already know I'm Rios.
What the deal, man? I'm Lucky.
And we got a special guest, my dude, Badru.
Badru, what up?
Let's go, man.
Yo, let me tell you about Badru real quick. So,
let me tell you about Badru.
Yeah, please. We love to hear it. We love to hear it.
He's a great guy. He likes bottled water.
So for the viewers who don't know or whatever, Badru is my really good friend. It's my brother, man. So I wanted to have him on the podcast because one, everybody should know him.
Copy. Let's
start there.
Off the rip.
Everybody should know him, right? So me and Badru, we always have these amazing conversations about like just life stuff, and whatever music. His music background is ridiculous, and just L.A., Leimert Park, Los Angeles, California, West Coast ism is deep, right?
Okay.
So
he's bringing a lot to the table.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So. But Badru, another thing about Badru is he always says things that stop me in my tracks as far as conversation goes.
Okay.
Like he'll say an ill quote or something, but he'll just say it naturally, but I always got to stop him and bring it back to the quote.
Thought-provoking type shit.
I always be like, wait, hold up, bro. Go back. What'd you say? And then break that down. And I end up writing it down because it's always some ill stuff. Like, actually, one of my vlogs I did, the whole episode is about a quote he said to me one time.
Really?
But it was so ill, I want to expound on that. And I actually had him in the video. Okay. So it's really cool. But so I kind of want to get into it because I know this conversation can really go deep. But anyway,
let's do it.
I was talking to him about Drew. He said something that stopped me in my tracks. He said, what was the quote?
You know what? Can I just say, I'm first getting used to this dope ass room.
Oh, okay.
I was like, they set me by Mansa Musa.
Yeah.
They got the woman's soul floating towards accountability or whatever this is.
Exactly.
Right there.
Floating towards accountability.
You trying to pay your dues.
Or it's floating away from accountability.
With a light.
Yeah, it's either up or
down.
She
fell
floated away or
she definitely didn't fall from it.
She definitely didn't fall from it.
Nobody accused him of that. You just fell from accountability.
so gracefully.
You fell off.
Right. You definitely fell off from accountability.
I know, we're not starting out on the lady.
We can't.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Also, getting with him is a problem. And meeting you, instant problem. From the door. Yeah, afterwards we'll give y'all the BTS of like the insults before I got to you again.
And the real BTS,
it's
not
going
the real
back to this.
BTS.
Just remember this.
Behind the scenes. I've corrected myself plenty of times on this podcast. So
absolutely. In the couple episodes we have,
plenty of fact check.
No, but okay. Well, the quote you said. I don't want to butcher the quote. You said something.
Help me out.
Trophies
don't chase players.
Trophies don't chase players.
Okay, now you got to break that down for the people, and then we need to talk about it because it's a very interesting conversation.
Trophies don't chase players, and if you don't get that on any level, you need to go back.
First of all, in so many levels, you should already get it. Right. But I want to get into where he was coming from and where that came from.
If you don't get it, go back to level 1.
Go back to level 1,
man. Because it's not a theory that I made up. It's just how I say it. Yeah. Right. But I've like when we talked about it, I can quote different people saying it in different ways, but it's about your own value. It's about patience, right? It's about patience. And when I think the context when we first talked about it, a female friend was talking to me.
Oh, right? Okay.
And she like telling me all the stuff she going through over this dude. And it's not that she chasing him, but her approach to how she do everything is kind of thirsty. Yeah. Right. For lack of better, whatever. So I'm like, yo, trophies don't chase players. And the immediate thing is like, when I talked to Luck, he was like, well, he said what her mentality was, well, what if the guy think he a trophy either? And then we both not chasing. Right. It's like, well, your job is about preparation. That's what the part of the trophy part. Right. Become a trophy. Right. And if you bump into a dude who tell you he's a trophy too, he's a prize too, his man probably agree with him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? His boyfriend. Mm-hmm. But normally, a guy who
he will agree with them.
He's gonna go with that. Baby.
it gotta be that. Because it gotta be that.
Gotta be that. Because
obviously,
we prize winners, prize fighters.
Yeah.
Right.
We acquire.
Right.
So you walk up trying to tell somebody your frontline thing is that you a prize. It's probably just something that you and your lover agree with. But we usually step into it like, no, if you a prize, I'll come get you. But you gotta be the prize for what I'm playing.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
You may be a prize for a lesser game. I don't want the dodgeball.
Right.
prize.
Exactly. I want the championship trophy, 8 feet tall.
Of what I play.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, so don't come to me with what makes you a prize for a dude who don't invest in himself. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so that's kind of the basis foundation was like.
That's kind of interesting.
Chilling.
And we talked about what kind of expanded the conversation also was because I always took it at, okay, I said, for example, I said that would be something the girl would say, what if I'm the prize too, right? Which it's that whole, that, when I say me too, I don't mean the old me too, but that me too mentality of like, well, if you talk, for example, if I'm talking about men who are dogs or unfaithful, whatever, and somebody so a dude come through and say, well, what about these women? Like, look, bro, we ain't talking about the women right now.
Let's focus
on what we focus on. Yeah. So
deflect
women who come in there and say, well, what if I'm prize too? So the dope part about that is it's like, well, you know, prize as far as prize to who? Like how, because to boldly state your prize, right? That's a very, very broad statement.
Yeah.
And we understand that for three of us, probably like three different things. So what Rios consider a prize, probably not a prize to me, and to you also. And the difference is when men have these conversations, the cold part is, and it's going to be a little touchy once we get more into this topic, think about women saying they're a prize because it's not a competition. Men don't even think about stuff like that.
No.
I don't sit here and say, I'm the prize.
No.
Crazy. That's why he made the statement he made about who would think that. Right. But for women who say they're prize, even her mind frame or her idea on that is reinforced with her friends. Say, you right, girl, you are the prize. You a 10, you whatever. So what happens is there's no kind of it's almost like a delusional sense of, I don't want to say
self-value.
In a sense, because I'm not saying that you shouldn't have confidence or you don't feel like you have that self-worth, but
who said that you check those boxes?
Because it's all about what I don't want to say it's all about what we think or the opposite sex, because you can't base your whole life on what the other sex think about you.
Right.
But what I'm saying, it depends on what game we playing. If I'm playing a game where I'm to get the woman or the woman is to get the guy, and we're at a thing, then it does move like that. It is a game about I care what you think. So where do I find myself in that conversation? How do I fit in that? And how do I prepare myself to be ready for the kind of queen that I want?
Right.
Right? So I'm too busy working on preparation than to view myself as the prize first. It doesn't mean I think of myself lower than anybody else. It just means that I'm working so much on being the man I need to be that whenever she shows up, I'm ready because I've done the work.
Yes, I get that. And I 100% agree, because picture yourself, let's just use sports. For like, you're preparing for the championship. You're preparing to win the trophy, the ring, or whatever. You don't know what that ring is going to look like at the beginning of the season. You know you're after that ring.
Yep.
Whatever is being offered, I know what I put out, I'm going to win that reward. You know what I mean? So it goes to show, like, you can't say, I want the championship ring that Luck won last year. Because it's not going to be the same
ring.
It's not the same ring. And so...
and you might not have to do the same thing to get that ring.
You don't have to play
the same. That's
a whole
nother thing.
It's a whole nother thing. So it's a whole different game. And it's like, where is what arena is this trophy in? What platform is this trophy in? And who also is pursuing this trophy? You know what I mean? Like, is it that kind of competition? Or can you be won just easily? Like, hey, come here.
Can you be won easily?
Can you be won easily?
Can you be won easily?
Like, or is it actually somebody has to work and climb up that mountain and do the work as a man to receive that trophy that you're deserving of?
And who also as men and women, both species, shouldn't we all be working to be prepared in the sense of whatever love has to offer, if that's what you're looking for, or a partnership? First of all, any partnership, period, there got to be some kind of accountability with how I hold myself. If we and Rios are to do a podcast together, that means I have to present myself in a way where he can trust me on my responsibility as far as what I'm going to do here in this show, right? Mm-hmm. And vice versa, right? Or it doesn't work. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean we hate each other. Doesn't mean whatever. We just know that we probably shouldn't do a podcast because Luck is always late, or Rios always be doing this, whatever the case may be. So we got to be. When I said to do this podcast, we had conversations, but it was more so a feeling of like, okay, I know my responsibilities. He know his, so this can work out, and we've been rocking. Mm-hmm. Same thing we do already. Truth, right? Mm-hmm. We knew that I know your role already on the podcast, and I don't never overstep your role. And when you go certain places, I know where to go. Mm-hmm. I know if you throw the lob up, you can for sure know Luck gonna dunk it because he knows that what Luck can do when it comes to that
capability.
Mm-hmm. So when it comes to trophies, trophies don't chase players. It's like a lot of people. Let me not say a lot of them, because a lot of people are working so hard to find themselves disappointed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the conversation was getting a little deep as far as like, it's the mind frame of men and women.
It's fucked up right now.
And expectations. And entitlement.
It's messed up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, and I just think it's a well-rounded conversation
because the women
too.
Yeah, because the women don't have, and we talked about this, but like language around everything.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that we do, right? Mm-hmm. I'm just speaking on this, right? Like you get 10 women in a room,
mm-hmm.
right? 10 confident women who feel good about themselves, right? And you say, who is a dime?
They're all gonna raise their
hand. They're all going up. Boom. Yeah. And like you said, they all affirming one another. Mm-hmm. Girl, if your hand is like this, like if your hand is like you better, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Be confident.
Who is the fine one in this room? Oh, boom. They would all go, whatever, no matter what the spectrum of faces, right?
Yeah.
Then you put 10 men in a room. Who's the handsome one? This nigga. Pretty boy Floyd, Jones. Boom. We respect every opportunity to get into whatever the pecking order is.
Yeah.
So that each other's strength don't step on each other.
Yeah.
Because if I'm the intellectual one and the strong one don't recognize that one, it's only a matter of time for I cross you because you think you supposed to be
for sure.
But my nigga got that. Or we got handle my lightweight. We got in terms of like seeing somebody out your league. We got, that's out your league.
Right.
Or you ain't him. Like, it's cool for us to say those things to each other, and we still feel confident and be like, I'm as confident as you can be. If Halle Berry walk in here, okay, maybe I can't get her.
Yeah.
But everything in the Fox Hills Mall is up for like debate. Yeah,
it's up for that.
And you could find your instant girlfriend in the Slauson.
Exactly. Right,
Slauson. No man can be lonely. You know what I mean? So we don't have no problem with the pecking order of things.
No, but we are raised with that pecking order. The way we play, boys, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Young boys play. You don't get to say, no, we're all winners. Like, oh no, there's no losers.
No.
Or you don't get to play nice.
Didn't. Nowadays, yes, they do.
Nowadays, but like girls play dolls. They don't play competition.
Mm-hmm.
They don't.
Oh yeah, we kind of bred in it.
We play competition.
You
can't say you the best basketball player if you ain't bringing it. Nigga, nah, I am. Okay, let's play 1-on-1. See, and we're okay with saying nah.
And to your point,
he got it.
And to your point, just joining the team, there's already a captain.
There's already a captain.
You kind of already fall into the lines of like, there's the pecking order. Yeah. And I like the point you made about if Halle Berry came in here, because dude, we talked about this yesterday. Where if Badru was like, something, I just see Halle Berry, I'm about to go talk to her. One of us would easily be like, nigga, yeah, but you better
I
just
can't wait
you might
to see this
shit. Or you might or to embarrass yourself. Or you might as well stay right here with
me. Which I did.
You're going to get the same results.
Hey, wait, what?
Which
I'm
I did.
I'm sure you did.
I seen Halle Berry funny enough, when it was Magic Johnson's Theater, seen her in there with a short dude. I said, I'm taller than him. Back in order.
Right.
Knew I couldn't get Halle
Oh, you got
unless
money?
I was the tallest dude in sight.
Oh, you got money? You ain't tall, nigga.
Yeah.
Well, none of that came to.
Before he hit you one of those stand on his wallet jokes, and then you back.
Back the fuck up, like.
Yeah.
Got that.
But yeah, that point though, it's like we will back you down. And laugh about it.
Right.
If I be like, I'm about to go talk to her, and you say, look, man, you ain't, nah, that's not your league. I'll be like, yeah, whatever. It wouldn't be a thing.
No.
Women, whoever the hot dude is, whatever the A-list celebrity actor, basketball player, whatever, he'll walk in, she be like, girl, I'm about to go talk to him. Yeah, girl, you should. Man, go see. You might can. All that like
and he say no,
false
he ain't
kinda,
shit.
Yeah, that's the point right there. No, that's it right
either
there.
gay or ain't shit or something like that. Something wrong with him.
He don't deserve you anyway, girl.
See?
He don't deserve you. Such and such. It's automatically the man's fault.
Was it false?
But why did you set up Beetlejuice to go over there?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Why did you tell Beetlejuice to go over there? And you know Beetlejuice is Beetlejuice.
You know, because
they like. I
That's
think
why
they
you got one more
like.
time to say the name for it. That shit show up.
with us also too, you got to remember, once you make a claim,
Yeah.
it's to the proving ground.
Right.
Ah, right.
Difference.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Oh, I'm beautiful. You beautiful. There's no okay. It's,
Right.
Yeah.
It's about your opinion.
Let's both win.
Yeah.
Like until they need to tear each other down but then they will tear each other down when they get in front of each other's goals, right? Like women tear each other down.
Now that's interesting.
Men more so are like, all right, dog, you got that. I'm about to go get mine, or I'm gonna work so that I can compete.
Yeah.
And it really starts at that young age. Like we don't play dolls. We compete. Everything is wrestling. Everything is race. Everything is strength. Or I can read more than you. Watch how I read. Even my son, like they be challenging each other with reading.
Right, that's
like,
good.
But girls, they just be like, oh.
And just knowing, to your point, just knowing when you said earlier, both of y'all said earlier, knowing when something is out of your league. Going into the room and noticing there's a pecking order.
Right.
Like you walk in. If I walk in a room full of basketball players, I'm like, oh man, let me get out of here because hey, whatever I thought I was gonna do here, ain't finna. And I'm very confident. But all right, let me walk out of here. Ain't nothing going on here.
Do I fit anybody's kink?
You know what I mean?
Do I fit your kinks?
Right.
No.
Now I'm looking for the one girl that like fat dudes. You're like, shoot, let me see the one.
Scoreboard girl. She working the scoreboard and she just her brother tall. So she don't like tall niggas.
Her brother tall, she don't like tall.
I'm gonna science. I really like low center of gravity.
I want to try some different girl. Like
short.
I want to try some I don't never ever mess with. Like that. Thank you. That made me feel.
Makes me feel so much better.
You're not usually.
I guess I have the trophy.
I hate to hear that.
Yeah, now you got to be the trophy.
Do you think how much do you think narratives in general, especially narratives when it comes to social media, just narratives out here anyway, amongst I guess of the times, are kind of like where we get further away from understanding that quote, right? Because that should be. I mean, when I heard it, I'm like, oh yeah, for sure. But then again, I'm like, we're at a time now where people are getting further and further. Kind of like it's delusional. It's almost like disappearing. And it's hard to see that because we're all on some everybody deserve participation trophy kind of thing. And, a lot of people won't even understand. I even thought about that with the podcast. I'm thinking about like, man, how we going to have that? We're going to have that conversation, but people may be offended.
It's okay.
But I'm like, really? But we talked about that yesterday. It's really not an offense.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to get rid of just the order of things. Things fall into an order.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And again, we just have to deal with it, and we're good with dealing with it. Like back to the basketball, for example, or any sport, you play the sport. Everybody at your house is your jersey, right?
Yeah.
They're like, we believe in dad, right? They get to the court or whatever, and you ain't starting. Old man league 35 plus and you ain't starting.
Yeah, exactly.
Why you not? Why my? Dude, you have to understand that I understand, and I'm very good with 6 man. Your daddy's 6 man,
Right?
It's okay.
Raise it up.
Raise it up, man.
You know what I mean? Like,
Why you not raising the roof?
but your girl like, I'm fucking the sixth man.
Oh shoot! Right.
The sixth man is not a man off the bench. In the first, he's just a dude on the bench.
Right.
If you don't know basketball, you know what I mean. Like, and you like, damn, you don't understand this pecking order thing, how it works. Like my value as the sixth man. Somebody out there going, these niggas ain't Iron Man.
Yeah.
Right.
And once they get figured out, what I do brings the game back to life. Like what I do is important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, the language, who don't have what language? You know how you just, certain way, things you can't say in English because there's no word for it?
Right.
Yeah.
So the concept behind it, you can't never really click into. It's like, we have juniors.
Yeah.
You can come into the world,
right?
The little homie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Niggas calling you junior as your first name, mate.
Yeah.
Right? The lady structure don't have that. Two Gwyneths, it's going to be a problem in a house where there's a mother and a daughter or whoever. Right? You're going to have to skip a generation. Like, now my grandma's Gwyneth.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm down here, meager little Gwyneth. You know what I mean? But I don't want it, because we can't compete with each other anytime. Like, the mother-daughter competitiveness is I think more sincere than the father-son competitiveness.
Things, right?
Yeah, it can stop a family. Yeah,
for sure.
And I'm not. We had this conversation, not that we were sitting on the phone bashing women, but it really linked to, like, as a man who this is what you partnering with, you need to understand, like, while you trying to explain to your girl this in-depth idea of like why she need to get with the program.
Right.
She don't have all the language for you to just go all deep like that.
Yeah.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to build trust, get her to buy into just you as a fucking man, the good leadership. And then when you get alone time away from the problem, and you're like, that's why I do it like this. That's why.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I whoop on niggas fast. You know, whatever it is.
Yeah,
it's like,
I put them down fast. So let me ask you this then. So, because this is so many layers. This topic and this quote is so many layers to it. Let's think about why women blindly support or blindly lead themselves down a road of disaster, right? Like you're not even worthy of being there, but girl, go, you could do it. Do you think it stems from women being in a position of less power and them having to be supportive of each other?
The clock.
You know,
the clock.
The clock.
The clock.
It's always ticking.
Another version of what I said, Wiz Khalifa said it best. Shout out to you in this bar. He said, you don't got to chase these women, dog. They in a race. Mm-hmm. Usually when people start saying, you start hearing, to your point, I don't want to be married. I don't think I want to be married. I don't think I want to have kids, right? It's usually after the point where everybody told them they should have done it by then. The whole world is on their bumper about being married by 40. Married by 40.
Yeah.
Then you get people feeling like
married by 30.
By 30, right? 30. 30, 35, 40, whatever it is for your family, right?
Kids by,
yeah, because you need to be having kids by 30, 35. Because
that's the real clock.
Yeah. That they allow people to put, not that you just allowed it, but over time that's been put on them so tough that you got a certain amount of time to fall in the real love where you have a kid. Meanwhile, we like, the dudes are telling us, don't never settle down before you're 40.
Right.
Your 20s is for a while, your 30s is for figuring out what you like, and then 35, 37, 40, then you start figuring out who you want to settle down with. So you running the race, your counterpart not even in.
Wow. So
we're not on the same clock.
Not even the same clock. They're not even playing the game for you.
It's meant for you to run into our arms and think you don't have time to do nothing else. You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
that's crazy.
You think you run out of time. We know you got all the time in the world. We know your second body about to just kick in and be a whole nother
right.
thing.
That's a fade. I never heard anybody say that either. Your second body about to kick in.
The one they hate, like, girl, I look like, girl, don't nobody want to deal with you looking like a 22.
Yeah. There's a new set of 21 girls.
Ain't nobody shooting with 22.
Yeah.
We shooting with 38s. 45.
Right. But see that? No, I want to. Dude, we gotta dive into that though. That's real talk, and nobody talks about that.
What?
Nobody talks about how. First of all, I never heard nobody say that when the second body kick in, because, and for the women version of that, when they say dad bod, that's our second body.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But that don't matter as much.
No,
but that's the thing.
No, but what I'm saying is that I've heard you. It's like you hear the conversation. Men are always like, "Girl, we like that." Like when women always try to talk about the fupa, or they try to talk about the little thing cuff right here. We like, I'm rolling. Or they talk about the cellulite picture, and dude be like, I mean, it's just what you mean.
We don't even know of no ride that don't got rails.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't been on no ride.
Hold on to the episode.
Yeah, you got to get over that because I'm gonna be touching that.
Right, absolutely.
You got to get over that because that's
getting ready for the ride.
You know what I mean? But for them, so baby, here's the thing. No, right, because I'm never speaking for women. You know, we got a rule. We never speak for women.
Just speak to what you see.
So what I see is that because the fact that you're competing with other women, that's why y'all think the second body is not cool.
And the other woman sometimes is their younger self.
That's what I'm saying. Right.
Even interested. The dude who wants you to look like that, like your daughter.
Right.
Too.
Yeah.
He a problematic dude.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you're not going to really, and he haven't progressed. This is the low level of men that's high and dope. We're going to go lower.
Wait. Right.
We're going to elevate the lower.
Right. Yeah, that's a fact.
The low level of men that's high and dope.
Right.
Okay, here's the point.
Yeah.
When you in your 20s, you love pussy.
Right.
Boom. All of it.
Yeah.
When you
That's
get into
wired.
as a grown man, you start loving women.
Mm-hmm.
That be moving all type of ways. Then you're perverted. It gets more perverted. Like, do you know what? You ever heard an old man talk about what he'll do to somebody? I tell you,
what I do
it's pretty grimy, but it's pretty dope.
pretty fucking dope. It's up there.
Yeah,
it's real.
That's
why you can't get your woman back from an old man.
Right.
Yeah. But look at this. You'll find a bomb, whatever we consider a dime, with a brother or that's walking down the street like, damn, how did that nigga get hurt? You rarely see a man of higher caliber with a girl that doesn't look the part, right? Like you'll find a woman with some like, oh, he's got bread, or he's doing this, he's doing something, but you'll rarely find a top dude with a girl that you like, oh, you know what, she probably is this and that. Like, no, they always have to fit the part.
Women have it bad in this way. I do have to admit, we could go out. We from LA, so we in a place where it's beautiful people around. We could go out every day and catch one like, you should be in a movie. Girl,
Yeah.
Why you look like this, right? But if you think about it, how many Adonis dudes have you ever seen? Like, how many, you don't see a Boris Cujo at the Ralph's. Poor ladies, sorry for y'all. You just get effort niggas. But it ain't never like the nigga who even the men go, God damn, nigga. Oh, fine ass nigga. Them niggas are nowhere. It's like, ladies, we be talking all this shit. They have to move to where they live, and they know where they live. Somewhere
Their
else.
expectations are off. Bulimia, anorexia.
Yeah.
Like, look at women were tearing themselves up to look like something that they've never seen outside of a magazine.
Yeah.
These don't even exist.
Yeah.
And you're throwing up, killing yourself to look this way. Like, their expectations are they not dealing with reality?
Low functionality. When you get it home, what do you do with that? The love handles, they not there.
Like,
and for everybody too. That's the thing, that low functionality is running rampant through the streets. You know what I mean? People just don't value themselves. They don't even the things they're looking at. First of all, a lot of things that we are attaching ourselves to are already low function things. And then we think we're just being entertained, not knowing that you're taking all this stuff in.
Yeah, you consume
and it's turning you into like these low function people. It's like you can't be on. Like, I've recently just stopped following like all the tabloid like Instagram pages.
Okay.
Because I'm just like, why do I keep following? Because I noticed that first of all, I'm always in the know of all the gossip. I hate that I know all of it. Like, I know who broke up and who did.
But you know all
I know all of it
Right,
because
right.
it's on my timeline every day.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, first of all, why even know all of this? Why I know that such and such is dating such and such? Why even care about that? So I stopped following Shade Room and all the little. I don't even know that. Why do I even? You know, so I stopped following all the major, social platforms, whatever. Social media pages, and so I started doing that because that stuff start falling into your psyche.
Yeah,
like you'll say something or think something and be like, "Man, am I thinking, or is this a Shade Room thinking this?" Right. You know what I mean? Do I think this, or do I look at women? I mean, I'm married and I'm good, but how you are looking at women, what you thinking with the initial thought of when you see certain women, like, is this something that I think as luck, or am I being like, coerced, or like my mind is being tricked to think like, no, this is what this is.
It's just like the election time kind of. It's like, yeah, it's more about, am I just choosing of the options they gave me, or am I coming with my own original thought?
For sure.
Well, there's propaganda for a reason, right? Mm-hmm. Like, and brainwashing and throwing stuff, keep throwing it at you, like, to you, that becomes your thought. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like, what better time than to brainwash people than right now? Like, where you're literally on a thing like this. What better time? Like, now we purposely and voluntarily brainwash ourselves. They used to have to lock niggas in a room in a mental facility, and then just throw images on the wall and music and just keep playing it till they brainwash you.
We're like now, walking into the lab.
We're walking into the lab ourselves, and all of our data is being collected on what our likes are, what age we are, what ethnicity we are, what decisions we made. And now they're like, oh, I know exactly what to throw at this nigga constantly. And he looked at this for 3 seconds.
And almost make it to where you can't even fight it because you think you're smarter than them when it comes to like programming. You can't operate in their system of programming, whatever that means, when it comes to like male, female, anything. You can't fully operate in the system and think you're smarter than the system. You know, you ever notice on all the movies where some conspiracy theory stuff and it's the one guy who's unplugged from everything? Like, it's the reason why he's unplugged from everything. And you notice he's never operated in the system of. Sure. Remember Enemy of the State?
Yeah.
With Will Smith, Hackman. Right, Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman wasn't all in the mix of the system trying to be outside the system. That nigga was outside of the system.
Right.
And he had to come in to get into stuff.
Exactly.
But he was out. He was cool. There were no problems, never. The minute he started messing with Will Smith, trying to help him out of the situation, now he's into stuff. Now he's back on the board and he's back on camera. And who is this dude? And so it's like for social media, and I'm bringing it back down from conspiracy place, but back to men and women games about social commentary back and forth and stuff like that, is we're all being like socially engineered to act in a certain way when it comes to how we look at men and women, and then for us, how we look at our men and our women in a certain kind of way. So having these conversations is always ill to me because I'm like, yeah, like I can see, I can understand that. Why don't nobody else see it? You know, and I'm like, well, because first of all, they don't have these conversations like that. And how could you see it if you're a part of it?
Social engineering.
And the part that you got to repeat over and over is the part that, you need to work on, right? So if you got to accept that idea as the prize, then you're going to also have to accept how patient you got to be as a dating style.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's a fact.
Women don't want to do that.
Nah.
Right. They want immediate results.
You want immediate results.
How realistic is that, though? You want immediate results?
Not realistic at all.
What is, dude, I've been with my wife for 15 years.
And I'm upset every day.
Like, I wouldn't go say that, but.
Oh, you married too?
Yeah, you married.
Okay.
Every day there's a disappointment. But every day there's also good things. But there are disappointments that follow. Usually right behind.
I'm divorced, so I got a whole. I'm on the other
side. You got a whole other way.
Like, there was some good things on that plantation. Birds flying high.
Birds flying high. They were cool breezes.
Yeah, you think people getting further away from how you view it? Being divorced and stuff like that. Do you think people are getting further away from the institution of marriage?
Yeah, I think, but not because it's just the institution of marriage, the concept in society. Like we get into positionless basketball.
Right.
It's like,
wow, yeah. That's right.
It's the contract. We want no contracts on everything. You think I'm gonna have a no contract on my Sprint bill, and then be over here signing something to lay with you.
Yeah.
No. Because when we sign off, I would get married again. Right? Okay. Like I would re-enlist. But
re-enlist is hilarious.
Join the brigade.
Right. But I want to see, like, I got to come in an admiral. I left for admiral.
Right. I got to come back in. Right.
I'm not doing
I'm this close to general. What are we doing?
And no, but it's re-enlist because there is an army involved.
Right.
The homegirl hit me. This is kind of underneath the same thing, right? She hit me up. She knows who she is. And she's like, I'm breaking up with this dude. It's crazy because I know his mama, I know his sister. I'm good with. He introduced me to everybody. Like I thought that meant forever. Like we from LA, you got to stop joining these gangs.
Yeah.
Every family is. Oh, my family, but they from 40. My family, but they from the jungle. My family, but they boom.
Right.
And then you feel connected in a way like it's gonna be forever. Nah, when we connect, and make the decision, I will meet your people. Because I don't want to leave and be in the store and got 7 aunties that don't know my mama.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, you doing? Side hugging. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm with my new girl, side hugging your auntie.
Yeah.
That's awkward.
All those connections.
Like, I think
that's the patience part. That's what I'm saying. Like, the good thing about relationships is they only got to work once. Everything else is everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Boom. We in the final one. You want to talk about the contestants that didn't win? Or you got trauma over losers?
Right.
I thought you was surprised.
Why do people want to know? So, what is it about that? Like
insecurities.
Straight up,
straight up insecurities. Like,
is it like a?
I want to compare myself against your past to see if I'm better. I want to.
Which crazy because what would that tell you about if you're better or not?
Even if
I feel you what you said.
Even if I'm not. I still won.
They want to know.
They want to know. I'm here. I'm occupying space.
I had this one recently. Let me ask y'all. Have you ever seen your ex with her new dude and he an upgrade? Like, damn, this nigga is an upgrade.
Yep. I said, good on you. Good on you.
Good job.
Good on you.
Oh, my gosh. He said, good on you.
Good on you.
I'm good. Mine's living in Georgia.
That's funny. I'm looking and been like, I just peeped online. I peep online and this nigga, I like granola chicks, right? So they next dude probably.
What is a granola chick? Hold on.
I told you.
What is a granola chick?
In LA, it's usually them head rap girls who like used to be like they went from this rag to like used to have a rag. Like, Crips. If you come to LA and you meet a girl who's like Erykah Badu, she used to be a Crip. So when you start asking her name, it's always gonna be ocean like blue, sky. Her family from Hoover, her name's Star.
Yeah. I got it.
You tricked me. You're like, okay. So I like them. They balanced.
They got the duality. They can bring a little bit of the funk from the past. And they have a little bit of understanding of what they're at right now.
Yeah.
They want to be better than what they were.
Have you ever been one in the first stage?
They try not to go back. Huh?
Have you ever been with one in the first stage?
I've been one through the transition.
Straight up, huh?
Yeah.
You applaud their growth?
Hell yeah, I just called the other day. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah,
you got to.
You can't. How about you got to.
You got to.
You just evil.
You couldn't still in the game-based stage.
Because at that thing, you got to remember, when you're coming up, if it's that situation, most likely in LA, they parents gang bang too.
Yeah, for sure.
Either a mama or a daddy from somewhere.
Or brothers,
So were you there along the ride out of fear?
First of all, that's the other LA thing. Opposites attract.
Right.
Fear the first day. He grew up in the jungle. I'm like, first of all, if you're not telling these Crips, that is not the lead.
That's not the lead.
That's not the lead. I'm from the neighborhood, not the hood.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
You got to make that distinction.
Right.
Oh, you a gang member, but you're not a gangster? No.
Yeah, I stay in the
I'm
lower
a
dons.
civilian.
The lower dons.
The lower
like,
dons.
the jungles?
You got to name an elderly white black woman, like, by Miss Campbell. Oh, okay. Right by Miss Campbell. Innocent side of the block.
We this for the long haul.
Yeah.
You see your daddy?
Oh, shoot.
You see your daddy?
Off Nicolette?
I done fucked
We
up.
talk about that too. Every chick you talk to stay off Nicolette.
Man.
I stay off Nicolette in August, and I used to watch, this nigga gonna get killed coming here.
Oh,
Boom.
shoot.
Right.
Creeping.
Think your sister.
Oh, you made the call.
Let's turn the light on this one.
Make the call and the popcorn.
He said, ain't no TV to like me.
Turn the TV off and the lights off.
You don't make the call to the popcorn's done.
That's
though. It's just done.
That's careless.
I remember the
wouldn't
homegirl
believe
mom
this.
was deaf.
People
so
still do that?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it ain't like
What?
It ain't like it used to be either. You know, dudes sneak in neighborhoods and all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the neighborhood, it's actually safer for you to do it now.
It's safer now.
I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying it's definitely safer than when we was young.
Yeah, because niggas wasn't in their phones. Niggas was looking.
That's a fact.
They paying attention.
Right.
Ain't nobody paying attention no more. At the time, we had nothing to do.
Dude, have you ever got it?
And we had more siblings back then.
Right.
More people to tell.
Yeah.
Wait, we got less siblings now?
Black people ain't have as many babies.
They're not.
Everybody got one off.
One off is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Red flags.
Mm-hmm.
Social media is straight up raising people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight up.
But
And how you gonna have two babies and hold your phone?
right.
She got a.
This was
How you gonna have two babies and hold your phone? Dude, something I gotta stop myself. You ever been on the phone so long, you be like, what am I doing? Like, I gotta put this down.
Mm-hmm.
And then
go
pick it
do
back
something
up?
else. Yeah, probably pick it back up. One text is gonna go off. Now you're back in your phone.
Back in there. Back at it.
We are slaves to our things.
But that's why I said, so, like, is this social engineering?
Well,
Is
yes.
this- because
100%.
we could go all the way back to when we were our most powerful as a people, right?
Mhm.
We're not broken homes, like
Mhm.
father in the household, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now it's gone from father in the household. We don't even got to talk about what we already know.
Right.
But
Yeah.
father in the household to now, nigga, I'm the trophy.
Yeah.
You battling with the woman trophy, the man trophy battling with the woman trophy. I'm the prize.
And that's what the men is. I think that's a little softer male where he want to even be in the competition of who's the.
Yeah.
I'm the trophy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
The red pill movement, I want to be taken care of. I'm like it's all right now. Like it's happening right now.
And it's funny, we started seeing that back on our old podcast, we started seeing the red pill movement really take off.
yeah.
And
Red
we was
pill.
tripping on,
What were they called before? MGTOW.
Yeah, MGTOW.
Men,
Was it?
Yeah, men going their own
Yeah,
way.
men going their own way. It's called MGTOW before the red pill.
Before it was
Men
red
going
pill.
their own way.
MGTOW. And
That
it was a whole
sounds pretty
community, MGTOW.
suspect to me.
Even now on YouTube, you can type them in. You'll
Men
find a
going
bunch
their
of
own
old
way
videos.
with each other.
Right.
Those dudes, I'm not. It's funny because I'm not into that. I'm just like, I just know you can't call if you can't call it out for what it is. You can't really understand or deal with it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, y'all do this and y'all don't do that.
Right.
But I'm not saying y'all not. I want to go my own way. My own way got me hand in hand.
Right.
I'm taking one my way.
Right.
That's
Hey,
crazy.
you want to head down here?
That's why I understand that, because I'm like, go your own way and do what?
Yeah. This ain't no fucking Lord of the Flies,
do
nigga.
it.
Because I watched those videos where, they would maybe be on women, but no matter what kind of women came across the screen, they found something
wrong with them.
something wrong. They found something wrong, found something to debate about, or she's wrong, the man is this, the man is that. I'm like, bruh, it's like you've been doing that for long enough. You don't even like women no more.
Yeah.
And they don't understand that. So that's the reverse effect of things happening with like how we take on the narratives for social media, right? You end up bringing them in your home. But a lot of these dudes are hating on women so long, I'm sure they found themselves not even thinking about women. Well, not thinking about in a romantic type of way.
What do you enjoy about them? What is
Come
it?
on, man. Come on, man. That's the big thing.
What do you enjoy about women? Like, you never hear them say the things like, oh, waking up and your girl is cooking naked and it's some music playing. Like, just the small things that you enjoy being with a woman, they never talk about any of that
And
shit.
even the way they talk about them, it's kind of how I look at, and when I say this, I don't mean any disrespect to the whole broad spectrum of people I'm talking about. So I always looked at pimps a little crazy because I always looked at them as, wait a minute, so you're going to convince me that you like the money so much. That's why you can be around all these girls and you never had sex with none of them?
There's a lack of something there, no matter what.
You know
There's
what
a
I
lack.
mean?
There's a lack.
It's like, so the way you talk to them makes me think, this doesn't go for all pimps. But I'm saying, like,
Just the ones you know.
not even just the ones I know. It's way more than that, actually. Way more than the ones I know. But how you talk to them makes me think you don't like them. You have maybe 5 under you. You don't have sex with them. And so for me as a man who has man ways, it's like, wait, so what happened to the part that kind of hungers for that opposite sex?
Mm-hmm.
Where does that go?
Where did it go? And if you're suppressing it so much, right, then what happens after that? Because the hunger for you to be with something sexually is going to kick up. So what do you do then?
Yeah.
At that point.
And you don't like square bees. They say they squares. I can't fuck with a square.
Right.
So where does that leave you?
When I look at them, I put them in a category with, and I hate to say no disrespect because I don't mean disrespect or not mean disrespect. Like, you can just take it however. But like,
right. Yeah, cancel my no disrespect.
But like the Kevin Samuels, the Fresh and Fit, like there's a degree where I'm like, okay, you do gotta, like I was saying, you have to make a point, right? But at the same time, as a man watching it, I'm like, damn, you really doing a lot of my auntie work,
dude.
You spend a lot of time on women care.
Yeah,
that how you addressing it. We used to call that kind of like sass.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you, as a man, I can only limit having so many confrontational conversations with females. My niece, girlfriend, mom.
Yeah.
As a man, I'm just wired to that's not going to be my thing. That's not where I'm going to be. Let alone to build a platform
based on
chastising women
all the time.
That's auntie work.
Yeah.
In a household full of them. Yeah. And also think about this. You take yourself on, they take themselves onto a physical level with them. Like you're physical with them. Like you're physically in these altercations with women, putting hands on women. Like at what point are you in this situation because you identify as?
Yeah.
Like you feel like you're a part of this circle.
Yeah. When did y'all become that type of peer?
Yeah.
As men, we get, you start getting 18, 19, you stop even looking at your mom like that.
Yeah.
You start, come on, mom, don't do that. You're going to get stressed out on girl.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
She becomes your responsibility and you start to kind of position her differently. So the fact that you want to ladder, and I'm not saying you look down on women. I'm just saying in argument times, you do.
Yeah.
In aggression, when you know you had a clear advantage, then you treat it like you have a clear advantage. You know what I mean? Like, so now I'm not arguing with you. When my outside voice come with hands.
Right. If I have to yell, it's a problem.
Me and the guys do that.
Yeah.
You ain't in the club. You are not in. You're not in the membership. I don't even. You can't get it.
And
you can't get it.
And then yeah. And so it's a trip watching these guys. To your point, you built a platform, all that. You do that every day, all the time.
Manicured up.
So
flossed up.
When people say, "Oh, they think you gay," it's like you'll argue it. But you're almost not leaving us in no other space. Okay, so what? You gay or not? I don't know. Whatever. But you won't even leave us no room to even for it to be defended because you still don't show no other signs of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like you said, your aunties will call that sass, right? So how did it get to a point where him, Kevin Samuels, or whoever, somebody like him, Fresh and Fit, and them? First of all, I hate them niggas, but. How to get to a point to where you are so focused on that you don't even hear us when we saying what we saying to you.
Right.
About do y'all even like women?
Because that's when they
and why
feel
there's
the
no
most
examples
manly.
of you liking women. There's no examples of you liking women? Nowhere?
Nowhere. And
Got
the
it.
thing with Kevin Samuels, I will separate him. I'm going to just put him a little bit.
I separate him.
Separate him
Fresh
from
fit
Fresh
for
and
that
Fit.
day.
For sure.
Because
definitely separate.
at least Kevin Samuels was trying to give some women some reality.
But men first.
Started with men first.
Yeah.
Started with men.
But I think what happened was men, red pill type men, Fresh and Fit type men, started seeing him talking to women in a way that they want to talk to them like, oh, he got her. Like, oh, he smashed it on her. And then that went viral. That got the support. So maybe he started feeding into the beast a little bit more like, okay, this is what's working. But some of the shit he was saying, like, hey, you a middle linebacker. You the size of a middle linebacker. Why are you? It's a harsh reality, but it was the truth.
Yeah.
But later on, I did see it going in that direction of where it just started being beaten down on.
It's just how many hours you put in.
Yeah.
Like, we get it.
Yeah.
Do that as a segment, bro.
Right.
That's your meat and potato. You know what I mean? And not to say I haven't seen, like, him, for example, talk to the dudes, because he has. You know what I mean? But once you start looking at your data and you see, like, you got this primarily female audience, and you got to check for yourself for pandering to that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, now I'm turning into something based on my audience when you're supposed to have a message that was going to go regardless. Yeah, so.
The purpose.
Yeah, and as men, I'll be watching, I'm like, dude, you couldn't sit in a room full of all men and be this dude.
Let me ask you about
Who's
that.
having a beer with you?
But let me ask
Who was
you.
having a drink and sitting at the
You're
bar?
not one of the dudes that we, you know what I mean?
But let me ask y'all too. When he did the first video, now we just talk about Kevin Samuels.
Okay.
When he did the one, I remember I was very early on one of the first dudes that posted that video for him viral. That was the one with the I think she on purple or something like that. But I remember the first video that took him to 1 million, and then that's when people started following him. I was one of the early posters of that when I used to run my Instagram page different. And so when he did that though, that wasn't the numbers because there was none before that. He was just constantly posting. I mean, like I said, he was talking about men and women.
Yeah.
And one of us just saw it. That's what happened.
It took a blaze.
Somebody outside of the world he was building saw it and was like, whoa. Because when I posted, I was like, Jesus Christ. He went in. He flamed her. Right? And also because, to keep it real, in my opinion, there was a little sense of delusional there.
Yeah, it was the awakening for sure.
And he was stopping it at the door.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I would have never done it like that, but the fact that I seen somebody do it, for me, was different. Because I haven't been seeing that.
No.
I haven't. I don't live in it. I remember I was put on to the MGTOW community. I didn't live in it. So when I was finally seeing Kevin
I live across the street.
Yeah, right. Well, when I
ain't gonna go my own way, but I'm having my own little spot right here.
When I finally seen Kevin Samuels' video, it was that video, and then he blew up after that.
Okay.
You know, but there was no. At first, he did it that way. Now you may have obviously jumped on the train about, well, I guess this is what they want, but I don't know how to balance that when I think if I say, well, that's what he's been doing. If all his videos is, see, he say he dedicated a lot of time to the women, right? Because he used to do a lot of the men also. But the fact he was dedicating time for the same thing is the part that's like, well, I mean, he been doing that. And he been dedicating the time.
The concept he been on.
I think we just kind of got to look in. Now we got to open the blinds and look in.
No, the demand met the supply. Or however.
Yeah, for sure, like, yeah.
So monsters are born out of necessity sometimes, right? Like beasts are born out of necessity. Like there was a point in time where like, hey, we gotta there needs to be a little reckoning happening here. It's getting a little beyond.
Yeah.
Like you guys are feeling yourselves a little. Your list is getting super long. And look at you. You know what I mean? And so he came in at a time that was supposed to be a time, but he turned it into a life. You know what I mean? Like it was supposed to be a moment.
Yeah, and it was important. Like I appreciate his time.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Like because it was everything you were saying. Like it was getting kind of crazy because we in this changing of the guard of like the narrative around. Well, I do this. I've earned this. and you niggas ain't enough who are either lateral to me or a little bit under in terms of finances, that shit was blowing up. You know what I mean? And all the other things that go with it. I don't know. As a man who's still like out there dating, I know to approach a woman, you have to like get a permission for her space.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and some of that come from like overvaluing, you just being alive. Like, no, we all got that core value. You can't, you just being here, check.
Yeah.
We all got 10 points for that. You know what I mean? But just because eventually I want to have sex with you don't mean you know how I'm going to value you after that.
Right. Because there could be absolutely no value after that.
Yeah. So when I meet you, I'm thinking you got a whole line of shit ahead of you. You know what I mean? That you're thinking. And that just narrative around, like I started hearing more of like, the next one better be him.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this until I'm getting married. Like when somebody tell you, gentlemen, when a woman tell you like, oh, I'm not having sex until I get married, that's a proposal.
Right.
Yeah.
You've already set the terms for us to. I was supposed to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there we go back to the languages. Men, if we were to say something like that, it would go against what we learned as a kid, which is like, one, your lower nature, you're not supposed to make decisions or negotiate with your fucking lower nature.
100%.
That is not your highest offering.
Right.
It's utilitarian at best. It's a dick. It's made for a thing in particular.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we come into it thinking, I'm not negotiating on my penis for sure.
Yeah.
Right? So whatever you get in, the value got to be outside of that for us to make it to marriage. And they negotiating, well, when I get married, you getting sex. Some of them not even sex, anal. It's like only my husband can. Like that's his prize.
Like what?
All right, but there's no taboo about like, girl, don't say I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
You're not getting vagina until you don't do that.
Yeah.
That's a perishable. That is everywhere. That don't do that. But that's the thing. You don't see yourself as a prize. And the type of prize that you presenting yourself for is somebody trying to run a short ass race.
Right.
You getting sprint niggas.
You get sprint. The 100-yard
You looking for niggas with the marathon.
It might be a 40-yard.
Yeah.
Wow.
You looking for somebody interested in the marathon.
Because you're already boxing him into what you think is important to him.
Yeah, you can offer like water or Gatorade to the end of a runner who's running a sprint.
Yeah.
But the nigga who run the marathon, we need stations.
Yeah. All throughout.
Hey, he should.
Here's a banana. Here's a mustard. Here's the
Yeah, come on now. Yeah, so
I look at men and women and how we, converse and come together, and it's almost like it's like we all can be a little delusional at times. Now, I don't mean like. It's not. I'm not saying. I know we're talking about a certain kind of aspect, but how we deal with each other. I think we all have our expectations of things, and I think it's all about how you view the individual, right? For example, like it's like you may be coming. I mean, I was talking to Joy one time, and Joy is we should have her as a guest one day. She's
Joy.
Incredible,
Dr. Joy.
Dr. Joy. Incredible,
Joyce.
yeah. So, especially when we need facts in the professionalism, she got that. Because sometimes I'll just say anything. Sometimes, same with you. You'll say anything.
Yes.
But
as we're learning,
no, but
because when he said linebacker, everybody got quiet.
Yeah, I was like, oh shoot, he took it there.
Only you and Kevin can do that.
No, but how we look at the individual, I think we all have our expectations set because of roles and our roles diminishing. How we look at each other, like what, and then the narratives. Then they're like, "What do you bring to the table?" All these narratives of people look at each other, and I'm like, man, if we got so many other layers of like stuff put on top of us. When I'm talking about on top of people, that you got to dig through all the layers first to even find you somebody that you're compatible with, because you also came into the situation, men or women, with all these narratives stacked on top of whatever you think. If I got money or not, if I do got money, if I'm tall, am I short? Do you believe once cheater, always cheater? All these things, and it's hard to deal with the person under all that because you came into the picture stacking up all these things on top of another person. And I'm like, how do you ever get past that? Like, I'm gonna keep it real, man. I'll be sitting back watching internet sometime. I'll be like, thank God I'm married to the woman I'm married to.
Right.
Because I would hate to be out here trying to figure it out with y'all, because all y'all crazy.
The perspective is skewed. Like, just like the perspective on everything is skewed. And I hate to like put it on us, but we started the race disabled. You know what I mean? Like 1 foot cut off. And you know what I mean? And then we're trying to make up for that foot not being there and doing all this and saying, oh no, I'm this, and being braggadocious and trying to build up the insecurity and do this and that. And so we're not even selling who we truly are.
We're
not even really selling who we really are. We're selling who we think you want us to be.
Do you think we as in people and individually, do you think we're comfortable with who we are?
Absolutely not.
Most people not.
Most people not. So we show up as with these kind of caricatures of who we are, or facade of who we're supposed to be.
Yeah, people don't like their problem parts. It's like, you can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, especially like
because they gonna come out.
They there. I can see them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you get with somebody, like, back again to the single thing. Sometimes I have to say, like, are you going to be okay with me liking parts about you that you don't like about you? Because you're going to be like, acting like you holding a clutch every picture.
Yeah.
And then you like, I wasn't tripping off of that.
Not
you
at all.
making it a thing.
You're making it a thing.
You making it a thing, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm offering you freedom. I'm offering you to free yourself of this ugly shit that you're holding on to. You can be comfortable with me.
But you can't understand how I could like something you don't. To you, it's just like, you're lying.
Yeah.
And
you don't like fupa.
You're just trying to make me
feel better. And here's the extra part. Like, you're now making me dislike something. I mean, dislike a thing attached to the thing I do like. Right? It's like, no, I do like that, but I don't like that you do that. And you do that every time. So now it's interfering with what I do like.
Exactly.
And now we have another issue. So it's almost like you're marking that as, now it's another thing I don't like or I don't want to touch because you have made it a dirty place.
Which I'm not allowing that. That's I'm like, look, if you think you're going to get me on your side against you got it fucked up.
You got it messed up. I'm not joining that team.
I'm not joining that team.
First of all, that was deep. If you think you're going to get me on the side of us against you,
cheering against you,
that's not doing it.
Crazy.
You on your own with that one, buddy. You feel what I'm saying? Because you fucking up what I'm here for. You talking during the movie, down in the movie that I'm here to watch. I already done figured you out. You thought you was hiding some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Wasn't a hide.
It was like in the beginning.
We incorporated some of the stuff we don't like into the choice of why you're getting chose.
But think about that. I want you to dislike the shit I dislike about myself. Join me in that. No.
Well, here's the thing.
No.
You know what's crazy though? Damn. I thought, first of all, I just talked about two different things about something both of y'all just said. When you said, you just said something about, I forgot what you had just said, but I think I jumped to the other topic first. Not something, I'm sorry, the other part of the conversation. When you just said what you just said about how she wants you to join her and that, it's kind of messed up because where is that coming from? Because your girls will cheer that on. Girl, you know you good.
Yeah.
All that, right? But I think what happens there is she also knows
they lying.
That it's delusional for her to think that the stuff her girls be cheering on about is real stuff. Yeah. They just doing the thing the girls be doing.
Temporary.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she looking for you to either confirm some stuff that she already owned, but I refuse to do that. Because I don't even think what you think on that regard. Right. And you're making this a place that's uncomfortable because I like all this stuff. Right? If you get to moving it away and moving it out the way, they're like, hey, what's going on? I like the way my house is here, right here when I get in the house, and my chair's here. I like to sit in that, my mocha chair's right here. I came in, mocha chair's over there, my couch over there, my slippers in two different places. You moved everything, and I don't like it no more. Yeah. I don't like it.
But specifically on the stuff that they're trying to change to better themselves that you did not ask to be changed. you could have just accepted yourself, I would have been fine with that. But they don't understand, you know, how we able to incorporate things that might be an annoyance when you first find out about it into a good part of your life. Like, oh, I got you tired of living next to these neighbors who got a rooster. Yeah. I hate roosters too in the morning. Yeah. I also don't like getting up, and that motherfucker works. Yeah. So right. It fell into a good category, even though it's not my favorite thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like for the dating version is like at certain points in my life, I liked light complexion women. Mm-hmm. They come complete with the attitude. Usually, they kind of get free. They come
complete with an attitude.
Con attitude. Yeah. So,
con attitude is hilarious.
So I'm like, dang, that shit is whack. Until I'm wondering how it's going for you at the mall without me. Like, niggas can't crack through that. Did you say worth the squeeze? You don't know. You know what I mean? Like, so now it's like, I don't mind that outside. And you get to say, like, look, as long as you don't target that behavior toward me, it's a con that works for me. You know what I mean? Like, people like to talk to me. I'm social. You kind of unapproachable. Sit here. Allow people to come. And when people come, I was gonna say what's up, but you know your girl, yeah. You be good later. High five. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing too. When you said how they you know, they kind of you know, all their problem parts, they come and hide all their problem parts or bother or annoyed by it, and then want you to join in their stuff with them, right? I think here's the thing: if you're working on yourself, right, just do that. Because we don't have a problem with that either. If it's a thing like me, I'm a big dude, so my wife, if I do any improving, it's only benefit for her, whatever it is. Because unless I go the other way, this, you know what I mean. But if I go towards improvement way, whatever that means for me, then it's a bonus. But here's the thing: she don't want to hear me. I'm who she married, the me you see now. So I'm not gonna be sitting here all day like, man, what you think about my stomach? Or what you think about my like? She gonna be like, nigga, what are we talking about? Right. Here's the thing though. If I just start dropping, like when I start riding my bike and I start dropping, then it's all a bonus at that point. It's not like it's not like I'm gonna nag her all day about, do you think I should lose weight? Or do you think I should? What I'm saying is the improvement, sometimes it's just the working on the part. Because if I'm not tripping on my wife's whatever problem parts are, whatever, if I'm not tripping, you making it a thing every time, then it does get a place where it does make it an uncomfortable space to even talk about or be in. Yeah. But if you just start working on yourself just because you want to improve, then I'm cheering for you because I'm still on your side. Right. And I'm cheering for that. Yeah. And here's the thing. Things that are problem parts, I recognize them as problem parts.
But there's problem, like, so what do we value like more, or what do we give more attention? Problem parts that are physical problem parts or character problem parts?
For me, it depends on
character.
But here's the thing. For me, it depends on what kind of work you're doing on both. Because look, we all come into situations with character problem parts, right? And my thing is that can I deal with that? Can you deal with that? Yeah. And is there room for? I'm not saying like you wait for like progress, whatever. But sometimes you fall into people, you find out their things, and be like, this is just going to take time, whatever the case may be, or this is a problem. I'm out. This is going to be a thing where I'm out.
But it can start off being a con attitude, right?
But that's the risk we take.
That's the risk we take. But you like this about me. Oh, I'm going to lean into it. You know, and then it gets to the point like, you know what you did to that.
That's the risk we take.
That waitress or whatever, like that's just not cool. You know what I mean? Like, and it like you have to level them out or balance it out.
Once you partner with someone on any kind of level, right? You take on what they bring or separate, right? On any kind of level. So what I'm saying is that there could be conversations, there could be something to help us grow out of something or grow into something, or if you got to chastise somebody, whatever, because something got to happen, that can happen sometime too.
Like, let's reel it back in.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
but see, that's the only time.
I have truly none of us have control over nothing. But if I could control something, it's only me, right? What Badru choose to do right now on this podcast will be a Badru thing. Same for Rios. Right. So if say if you just tripped out, got mad, was like, and started throwing your cameras and broke your cameras. I'm like, hey, I can't take the blame for that.
Yeah.
But that can't happen again because there's no point of us doing this if you're gonna be doing that.
Right.
So it wouldn't just be like oh, you broke the cameras, oh, he crazy, I'm out. Right? I think I've
keeping
spent
us from
enough
doing
time.
what our purpose is.
What our purpose is.
Yeah.
I think we've garnered enough time for me to allow grace. Right.
But that's the thing. You might have heard me say this before, but like I'm like in a relationship, I'm FEMA. Like you know, like Katrina.
Yep.
You wait for the hurricane to hit.
Family emergency management. Ass nigga. Because I don't do none of the little. If it's little, it's not mine. Oh, how I look in the dress?
Don't matter.
I'm gonna compliment you independent of the questionnaire. So when you look the good that I compliment, it's gonna happen.
That's how you know it's real.
That's how you know it's real. You can't like get me into little things that are trivial. As my woman, I gotta leave all of those to you. I don't know. Not interested.
Don't
but
drop
if something
cookie
big,
crumbs for a compliment.
Not or whatever it may be.
Whatever
Little
it may
problem.
Be. Yeah.
Getting somebody somewhere. I gotta create a place where there's like, where you know there's my man problems, there's dad problems. Like I go to my man, that's daddy. I'm not gonna bring this, and this.
Right.
That now we not on the team. He don't do little problems.
So what if the little? So okay, that's a great point because then, like, what if it's a little problem, right? Like to you it's a little problem or whatever. But what if she introduces it in our delivers it in a better way or in a more logical way? Like, Badru, this dress, I don't know if it's complimenting of me. Do you think if I go out, this is like what? Like I'm feeling a little such and such about this. Would you respect that more?
That's a different question, though.
Then I would go.
Because that's the underlying shit. Really, it's the underlying shit is a real thing that you're not presenting. You're not presenting the real story behind. Do I look good? Right. You want to know, does your back fat hang out of this dress?
Right, and
Do you respect that?
I see. That's a sexy trick. That's a trick. See.
I love that shit.
Yeah, no, I don't. Okay. I respect your delivery.
Yeah,
but it still don't go for this desk.
Okay.
So it's like, because I'm trying to. I'm gonna give you the male crude elevated answer. Get naked, stay your ass at home. That's my answer. Get undressed and stay at home. So I can just. What else is it? No, I gotta go to this thing. So what do you gotta wear if you gotta go to this thing?
So what are you gonna do?
What you gonna do? I'm support. Right. I'm technical support. I'm not
what I
here
want
to do
is
that.
You hear right there.
I'm always gonna give you the crudest thing. Back to just you getting fucked.
Yeah.
In like a praise way though. You know what I mean? Like
shoot.
Like no, you know what I mean? Like no, yo man. Because I gotta give you the narrative part. Yeah. I gotta give you the narrative for outside. So when you never gonna quote the genius. Your woman gonna always misquote that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What she not gonna get wrong is, girl, you know, he just want me to be in there and be touching on me and grabbing on me. Cool. Because no matter how you say it, the person you talk to is like, damn, bitch, I wish that was me.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm not gonna breaking that down to
She
you.
never gonna get a genius part.
She never gonna quote it correctly.
Never gonna quote it correctly, right.
What you said or what you said that was genius.
Yeah.
The answer or genius will never be quoted correctly.
Just the action.
The actions and the mistakes.
The action and the mistakes.
If you say a mistake, she gonna call you word for word. Yeah. You said, you want to hear the Spanish? Damn, you Nigerian. You just say hear the Spanish? Nigga. So I don't put that on them.
Have you always been there though? Have you always been was it marriage, trials and tribulations, going through relationships that have built you to the point where you're like, I'm not wasting no bullshit energy on none of your insecurities?
Reading a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, and just going through relationships and getting married and being like, but getting married in a young, which means you got two immature people and you got one who was doing a good job of being like, I'm following my man and like the precedence my man set.
Okay.
Like my ex-wife, she did a good job of that as a young person could do.
Okay.
As good as you could do. But then me as a young man, I had to also grow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when I grew, I kind of like it undermined the old program.
Right.
So now I'm growing, but I'm not mature enough to be like, I'm looking at it like, you still on that?
Yeah.
Instead of re-educating and bringing up top program.
The program upgrade, the software upgrade.
They upgraded, yeah.
Are you upgrading with me because the program is changing?
In that clip you talked about.
But did you walk past the computer and be like, no upgrades?
Yeah.
Because your woman, unlike your phone,
it
ain't just coming from somewhere.
Yeah. You have to be paying attention.
You got to do a manual upgrade on that operating system.
Right.
And she got to be willing to take it. So, I wasn't always like that, but it was fucked up because when I changed into the maturity, I didn't have the training to say, train your woman to the maturity. So then when I left her behind, it was just,
Deuces.
I couldn't take it at all.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Because you didn't take that on as lack of better words, as a job. You didn't take it on as like, let me build you up with me. You know what I mean? Like, the thought wasn't even there, or was a thought there and you didn't want to do it?
I didn't know I wasn't doing it. Because I'm sharing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on this, but I'm only sharing the excitement and enthusiasm. All right? She don't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm over here watching Dr. Kwesi tapes and Dr. Naeem. You're not giving her the book highlighted with your highlights.
Yeah, exactly.
Or whatever the passion was for you to read the book.
Right. You're not giving her that nourishment to eat.
No, you're just sharing with the homie.
Yeah.
But that's how you leave the homies behind.
Right.
You just share with them, but you don't give them the book too.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? You're trying to have a library.
That's deep.
So the new improved, or the more mature Badru, how is that being received with the...
Also not good.
Oh.
There's no right answer.
But fuck that though. Fuck that if it's not being... But how do you feel about that though? Like, you feel comfortable with who you are. You feel better as who you are as a man.
Yeah, but now I'm FEMA. It's all little stuff. And I don't deal with little stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So if I like you, I'm thinking you like an authentic experience with me.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing none of the shit. I'm not questioning about dudes. I'm not curious. I'm not trying to win you over.
Yeah. Right.
I'm just like being myself. And I'm like giving you room to, like we was talking about, your friendships last long because you become friends. Mm-hmm. You don't be like, we friends and I got to make sure I work on this way. And you got to give me the lessons to being your friend. It's like, no, I'm conscious of we different people.
Right.
And I want to build a friendship with you. But I'm not walking you through it. You're not walking me through it. I'm just paying attention.
Right.
So I'm more with like, if we're going to become part of a relationship, then I'll do that.
Exactly.
I'm going to give you access to hanging out. I'm going to give you access to understanding. And then how you use access, or say whether we call it a relationship, and then go from there. You know what I mean?
Like that's the get rid of waste attitude. That's the production. That's the Six Sigma, the lean, like manufacturing. Like, dude, any movement that I do that's taken away from my production, I don't want it. Like it's considered waste. It's not productive. Yeah. Me having to sit here and think about the bullshit, that's not winning me anything. That's not gaining me nothing. If there's no gain to it, what's the purpose? Now, that's dope and that's deep, and like, I just don't know how to explain that to a lost person. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I give them there's no way to explain it to a lost person. Yeah. Right. But you got a person just a little misled.
Yeah.
You might be able to, I always say, like, because it starts for me with my schedule.
Okay.
Oh, you don't care about anything before what's on your schedule. It's like, okay, when we make it to a certain point, I'm going to give you my list of priorities, how my time is broken down. And you prioritize them. But I guarantee you ain't going to put you first.
Right.
You ain't going to put yourself before me going to work, because that provides for us to go anywhere. You're not going to put me before me picking up these kids and getting them to school and doing all that. You'll wait. Yeah. Right? You'll wait if it's a school thing, so education, you behind. Right? And then you probably only want to battle with my me time.
Right.
But since I'm single before I'm in a group, I don't negotiate my me time. Because
that's sanity.
Yeah, you can only discuss that when you're in we time. Once we got we time, then that's a transformation of my me time. But if you just think I'm going to meet you brand new and do something like start catering to get into your world, that's going to make you insecure when we get into something, because you're going to think I'm easily distracted from my shit. Yeah. I just need you to know you are unique. You made this happen. I would not be... That passenger seat do not have no value because somebody's sitting in it. Yeah. It's up because you sitting in it because you're on point.
Right.
So now you could be the navigator. You can help the fucking direction.
The Thomas guy.
The Thomas, yeah. But before that, you don't even touch the radio.
We get old.
Oh, we are very old.
We get old.
Because nobody know what a Thomas guy is.
We get old. A Thomas guy?
They gonna be like, somebody call my friend Thomas. He knows. He knows.
Damn. That's and that the curiosity of me is to ask these questions is just because I've been curious about what's going on in the streets and how like the energy is of having an 18-year-old son, having a 13-year-old daughter, and just what they're going into a world I'm super unfamiliar with.
Yeah, foreign.
I'm super foreign to it, and it's like I like to be able to ask the questions and get opinions, thoughts, outlooks from individuals. And to me, nobody's right or wrong, but it's a snapshot of what reality is right now. Yeah. Because you're not the way you are for no reason. Mm-hmm. You didn't get to building the building blocks to where they are just because.
Right.
Just happenstance. Oh, I'm this amazing person just because I wanted to be.
Mm-hmm. No, you got to work. You
got to work for it. And so your outlook and your experiences in life helped me do a temperature check. Mm-hmm. You know, like damn. And I'm not gonna lie, like. The shit is like mind blowing also. You know what I mean? Because it's like, damn, that's not how it was. You know what I mean? Like that's not, I was nowhere, like we said, when you look at your ex and did they do an upgrade? Like, and I would say like happily because I do love my ex and like, yes, she's doing very well for herself, but also I'm an upgrade from who she was with.
Yeah.
For myself.
For yourself.
For myself. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what make you comfortable as a man enough to say somebody got an upgrade. Yeah. You didn't get an upgrade over me as I am right now. Right. I leveled up. But the dude you was with, this dude he's sitting fucking lotus position in the passenger seat of your car. Like,
yeah, exactly. Because X got an upgrade.
He only eat wheat grass.
You got an upgrade from who I was with my.
Do you think that's a thing that men and women should ever be? I mean, maybe be on as far as like the exes and am I upgraded or not? Or is that just kind of like just for conversation?
No, you shouldn't be comparison to thief of joy, right? So right. You're not comparing your current self to this person. You know what I mean? Like he said, you comparing her last partner, which was you, to this person who better might just be more tolerant of her shit.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you got more talent.
Yeah.
Because I don't always pride myself on being the most patient or like I'm not gonna shift for everything. I'm pretty much living by the codes I was given, and I take that as how to live without stress because every decision ain't mine. You got to make it through the filter.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, do you think we should? I don't even do that, so I don't never think we should do that. You don't even got to ask that
exactly.
one more time. You know what I mean? Like,
you never have to ask that again.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of being with a solid man is that he's not the fluidity that you have as a woman. He don't have.
Right.
It's not even an option for him. It's a beautiful thing for you. You know what I mean? But nah, I'm just showing up because I know I got to show up, which is why when I think about the dating shit, I'm like, and I got in trouble for saying this, but some gangbangers editing our podcast. Remember when fucking, what's the gangster nigga name that was on me?
He was on you?
Yeah, about saying the thing about women, James something, Mob James. Shout out to you. But I was saying something to the effect. I said it wrong because I was like, women just got to shut up and just let shit happen. But what I really meant was, men, we've already created a system that we think we need to pay another adult's bills and provide for another full adult who's capable.
Right.
So don't fight me out of the brainwash that's benefiting you. Just make sure that I understand, like, you're not less than because this is going to happen like this. You know what I mean?
Don't fight because of the brainwash that you're benefiting from. What you say?
Yeah, you benefiting from the fact that no boy, the brainwashing is so deep. Your mom told you not to do this.
Right.
And you still think it's your mom will teach you, don't just be spending all your money on these little girls and don't be, need this and this and that before you start acting like that. Mm-hmm. But society tell you that's what your money is for.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Get some bread, buy something that women enjoy or that makes women attracted to you more. Okay, ladies, don't talk niggas out of that. That's stupid.
Right.
Yeah.
If we made our money and kept it to ourselves, most of us is just happy with casual relationships. So if we believe we got to pay your bills to be your dude, now my daughter, I'm like, they giving away free bread off Broadway. What? These niggas think. Get it how you get. Yeah, just chill. Just eat. Make a sandwich.
Yeah.
Learn 12 sandwiches.
Yeah.
Learn 12 sandwiches.
Find you a man.
But that's real. That's that Dave Chappelle shit. Like last time I brought up something about that, but he was like, if women didn't like niggas to smell good, do you think we would walk around smelling good? No.
Right.
He said the Porsche is the bait. Gotcha, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even drive. I wouldn't even do any of this if it wasn't demanded or wanted from the other sex.
Yeah.
It's a power, y'all. People trying to make you not acknowledge you have. Like that joke where the dude was like, he said he's standing outside the barbershop and a kid comes up. He's like, watch this. This kid is the stupidest kid on earth. And he's like, here, I got two things. Like, you can have a quarter, you can have a nickel. Which one you want? And the kid took the nickel. And he's like, okay. He was like, every time this stupid ass kid just, he don't know a quarter is worth more. You know what I mean? And then the dude stopped the kid. He was like, man, why you keep letting him do you like that? Like, you could, that's a quarter is more than a nickel, bro.
Yeah.
And he's like, the minute I take the quarter, he'll never play this game again.
I keep stacking my nickels.
That's fire. First of all,
right now, I got 50 nickels.
I got dollars at the house. Shingling. So
the minute I take the quarter, he'll start playing the game.
So why? But nobody's telling that to a girl. Where it's like, look, don't worry about if they want you to be postured a certain way. That's a better posture anyway. Though the things that they asking you for aren't like destroying your character.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, being able to cook is not destroying you as a woman. Yeah. Being thought of as a sexual being is not destroying you as a woman.
You're actually benefiting.
Yeah. And if somebody
thinking you're dumb, you're benefiting from that.
All this dude got is loyalty and money. He about to give them both to you.
Yeah. Just shut up. Shut up. But that's the 48 laws of power. Never show your boss that you're smarter than him.
Don't outshine the master. Yeah.
Never show how easy it is for you to get your job done. Because then they're just going to throw more on your plate.
Right.
Just get it done. Keep it. And that's the basis of shut your fucking mouth.
Right. I think
48 laws. Right.
Yeah. Other nations, they kind of still hold that tradition where the woman understands the value of, like, I know the value of labor and I know the value of currency. I got the labor and the vision for the house, and I could do it at a easier rate than I can go create that same currency.
Right.
You got the winning position. It just requires a humbleness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is hard for a lot of people.
It's hard for
the humbleness part. That's the part.
Men gonna be dumb like that forever. We gonna be dumb like that forever.
Sure, yeah.
You're losing the battle, and you have all the power.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to talk, and you have the power.
Right.
You have more power when you don't.
Boom.
Every man you know gonna be like, if she yelling at you, that's not intimidating. That tone, your tone that you can achieve is not intimidating.
No.
Right? My tone is intimidating if I go into it, right?
Right.
But your silence make a nigga scared.
Scared.
Okay.
You're withholding.
Oh.
You're keep
baby. Come on now.
What I do?
It's been a day.
It's been a day.
Withholding, yeah.
It's the withholding. Like
it win every battle.
It goes even so far to like where American Gangster, Denzel, Frank Lucas, right? We know wearing the fur jacket got him caught.
Yeah,
for sure.
We know that.
For sure.
But
why did he wear the fur jacket?
Why do we keep wearing the fur jacket this day?
Because she was impressed by it.
Because we're so strong. She has so much power that we know we get locked up for wearing the fur coat. But you still like it? Okay.
He wore it because this woman wanted him to wear it. Unhinged the whole empire.
The whole empire. And
that's power.
And this nigga's right now buying the pink Cadillac. Buying the shit that's under the microscope that's going to get their attention. Showing how much money they got. Back in the day, it was like, nigga, if you got money, growing up how we grew up, it was like, keep your business to yourself.
But you know what, though? When you think about that, yes, but here's the thing. We have the luxury to watch it, right?
Right.
Like think about how many places he's been with his lady before. Like, you know what I mean? I know the jacket was a thing, and yes, he did get caught because of that. But what I'm saying is that as far as that scene goes, and I'm talking about the grand scheme of relationships also, is that's something that could have happened to anybody. And what I mean by that is that your lady make all kinds of suggestions. Like we've lived with women. I live with women, you live with women, you live with women. Like they make suggestions all the time about some things, especially when they like something. Right? But you should get that hat. You should buy my favorite color is this. You go buy all red stuff because your favorite color red. You know, whatever the case may be. But women do that all the time. She naturally was like, it looked nice. We going out. We don't go out like that. And it's a big event. It's a big fight. So he kind of threw on the appropriate attire to go to a boxing ring. Problem is he can't be known and seen like that.
He can't.
So I understand that, and I do blame him for that part of it.
Because she want to show what they got. He knew that wasn't a good idea.
That wasn't a good idea. So for sure, I know that was the bad idea.
And you a hoodie nigga. You been through this.
No, for sure. For sure.
Exactly.
Your girl I want to go out. Here's the request. I want to go out. And then I want to go out and dress up.
Yes.
Yeah. For sure.
And for us, that ain't on our list like that every dude. You see what I'm saying?
It's not.
So, and when you show up, now you got the homies trying to, you got the homies like, man, I know Luck got some bread. Right. And you trying to just dress, and now you out here dressing like you got money.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
And the homie catch you at the casino. Nah.
I'm sorry.
Not to focus on Frank Lucas.
Yeah.
To focus on the Big Meech that didn't learn that lesson.
Okay.
That's like, I'm not like necessarily saying this. Like
the Big Meech.
The lesson learned is that like, damn, Frank Lucas had the biggest empire, and even he went down over. What is that bird? Peacocking. You know what I mean? Like, had my feathers out, and look at me, look how bright I am. It's still so many young bosses and young men that built it up that didn't learn from that lesson. You know what I mean? Like, well, Big Meech, like, you can't be cool.
Well, Big Meech. Here's the thing about Big Meech too.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. First of all, but the way we as a people get down is completely different, right? So, but Big Meech, in a sense, he had to have known all that
they was on him.
Well, he knew they was on him for sure. They've been on him since he was a kid. He knew they was on him. But what I mean by that is there comes a certain sense of like, well, maybe this whole pocket is about being delusional, right? There comes a sense of delusion, right?
Untouchable.
And untouchable if you feel invincible, right? Because, for example, forget all these TV shows they seeing now. Like, we've been to early Atlanta. I'm not sure we've been to early Atlanta. I remember pulling up in Atlanta, driving and seeing a BMF, The World Is Ours, The World Is BMF's billboard. And I had to ask, who is that?
Yeah. And
then I was put on game about what they did in real life and then the label stuff, right? And I'm like, I'm coming from LA. You never would. No, you can't even get that off in LA. There ain't no gang organized crime thing that can get that off in Los Angeles.
Promoting it and marketing it.
Because we don't have marketing teams in our
First of all, they got we're not even tied into the resources like that to be doing that. But anyway, what I'm saying is that first of all, that's off the point. But it was a different kind of braggadocious kind of thing where he was moving in the sense of like, F it.
Fuck it, I'm going.
We out here. Like, because you ain't doing nothing else. We know you cannot be promoting the label because ain't nobody sold nothing. So it can't be that. So we know it came a point where it's like, well, we just think we just invincible. He also created one of the greatest underground black crime organizations I've ever seen in the history of everything. Do we clap for that? I don't know. That's not a conversation we having. Right?
It's an accomplishment. He did what he sought out to do.
He did what he sought out to do. For sure. But the Frank Lucas thing, I do understand that part because he didn't want to live life, stuff like that. But we also have been with women where my girl convinced me to do something that maybe I kind of didn't really want to do it, but I'm doing it for her. And we all have, and any one of them times, it could have been the police running in there on something. Any one of them times. I'm saying it was what it was, but I don't want to just do that. Look at it like
ladies
that.
in your ear like that. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, because the bar is dropped now. Like the bar, now you got niggas on podcasts, on Vlad, or on whatever platforms that they are on, telling on themselves to look tough.
I used to blame Vlad for that. Though I don't have a disdain for Vlad. Don't get me wrong. I do have a disdain for him. But I used to blame him for that. But then as I started to get older, in my younger rap days, for sure had this thing. And I don't mess with him anyway. Let me just say that. But when I got older, I started to look at it like, look, man, like the camera's set up and the interview's being done, and you did this to you. Like, we got to start blaming these rappers, right? Like, or whoever's sitting in front of them, because y'all essentially did this to yourself. Because I've also watched rappers get on there and be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Can't wait to tell.
Can't wait to tell.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of. I run into Glasses. I forget it was like Glasses and some other people at the studio, and he was like,
Glasses is the rapper from Watchwood. I'm messing with you.
Glasses is I hate people do on the east side of Los Angeles.
I hate people do that to me. Tell me
Known
stuff
for
I
wearing
know.
Prominent.
Hues of blue.
But
I'm talking to him, and he like, man, why you always be trying to be, go hard on the gangster niggas when you a street nigga? You know what I mean? Like, why you? And I'm like, dude, and this comes to the whole Vlad thing and just how I think about it. I'm like, if I'm as a street person, I do abide by some of the gangster rules, right? Or at least respect them. You know what I mean? Not every one of them. One of them is people don't really fuck with snitches, right? As a civilian, I say it's not my duty to do investigations,
right?
So that's where I stand with it, right?
For sure.
But if we're not going to be around snitches, because the gangsters say that, the G's say that's not who you want to be around. As a civilian, if I want to avoid snitches, what group of people should I also be avoiding?
Yeah, people that can get snitched on.
Right.
Because you can't be a snitch as a civilian, right?
Yeah.
You can only be a snitch if you're in a gang.
Yep.
So I should be avoiding gangsters altogether.
Yeah.
Because they have a tendency to want to tell their stories.
Yep.
Right.
If you sit up and have a drink with them, they're gonna tell you some shit you shouldn't know. If you sit and having a blunt with them, they're gonna tell you some shit you don't. I'll be sitting there like, dude, like, see right here? That mean the hit is coming. I don't want to know that Cocoa Puffs mean the hit is coming. Why are you okay with that? I know the rules.
And look, and that's even back. That's back when it wasn't social media. Everything wasn't social media heavy.
I'm saying, and up to today, they got to tell somebody. That's kind of the undoing of most crimes when you watch any of those shows. It's like that deep need to like expose yourself,
get it off.
Yeah,
like it was me.
Like, but look, that's the serial killer too.
That's what I'm saying. All crimes.
All crimes. Serial killer. Like, the story is not complete until it's told. Like, I want my story to be told in a way that, like Achilles, like then that's why you won't be remembered.
Yeah, man. If you put the ultimate killer on Vlad, he gonna be like, so here's what you shouldn't know.
Yeah, this is what you shouldn't. And then so there was a podcast. I don't know what the podcast is called. I know it was one brother talking to the other brother from Say Cheese TV, and he's like, "How do you feel that so many niggas that have been on your platform are dead or have gone to jail afterwards?" He was like, and his argument was, they don't do that on my platform. They do that more so on Vlad or whatever platforms, because he was like, niggas have attitude with each other. We have attitudes with each other. We can't ask the same question that Vlad can ask, because because you know the boundaries of what we are and where we are, what's acceptable, what's not.
But that's interesting though.
And he was like, they don't. When I ask the question, they trip on me like, "What you talking about?" But when Vlad asks it, because he's not privy to being from the culture,
he's not part of the code, right?
Yeah, but just the trickery part. The trickery part is we got first of all, let's deal with the foundation. I'm about to ask you an incriminating question. Both of us are, right? Why is it that you recognize it's incriminating when I say it? I ask it.
You should know better.
You should know better. Neither one of us are trying to do you right. Or we're doing our job under the guise of journalism, right? Whatever the case may be, right? But both of us, now that my language is, now see, you get a language, we talked about language earlier. You get the language mixed up because I'm asking you in a way where it sounds like maybe from something you recognize, whether it's street, hood, whatever you want to call it, right? You hearing it different. And so it sounds like your partner is asking you a question on the phone. Something crazy. Yeah. Like where you put the gun on the phone or something like that. It sounds like that. But one, I'm not your partner, right? So anything I can say can incriminate you. And he is not your partner, right? But I don't understand why y'all let it flow when somebody like him speaks.
Because the managers in hip hop are not shit.
Now break that down.
Now I was a manager of artists, so now this is peer to peer.
For sure.
I got an artist. We talking about what you about to talk about. Rappers take advantage. They don't ever really appreciate you too. No, I'm just kidding. But I rarely see them appreciate the fact that like you get paid to promote your product.
Okay.
First off, like if I want to promote my product, I got to run an ad. I got to pay for ads. You go on stage, collect a check, and sing the record that you're selling to people.
Right.
Right. When you get on these interviews, you get a chance to promote and talk in depth about your product. But motherfuckers got a job rapping about things that's not supposed to be 100% real, and then do interviews about things that are 100% real.
100% real.
So your manager don't never say, we not here to promote your street status. Yeah. We're here to promote this album.
Right. Specifically this album.
And we want to promote this album as a art piece, as a musical piece, not as a dissertation on how one should show up in the world or your background on everything you did for the police to know.
Right.
Like, where's the manager? We're in an industry where hip hop managers got a different burden than all the other managers. They gotta be popular too.
Well, here's the thing, though.
Like, we don't know the Russell Simmons, the Dame Dash, we don't know them of other brands, right? Like, they do. You can meet that nigga at Starbucks. Like, I'm fucking managing Aerosmith, bro.
Like,
are you?
But here's
you got scones?
Here's the interesting thing, right? And that messed me up because it's all about perspective, how you view things, right? Now, you as the rapper, you viewed the music is just entertainment. And when I sit down and talk for real, it's for real.
That's where your manager got to set you straight.
So you're confusing two different things, right?
Because one is a performance and one is not.
Well, here's the thing: is that for example, when you get in the courtroom, they looking at it as the same. Look. Here's the thing: the audience, which is the viewers, the courtroom, the police, all these people are looking at both of them are the same.
Right. But especially when your interview is saying that that's real.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Your interview should be, that's what I was saying saying that it's music.
Yeah.
It should be distancing you and that from being a true account of the street.
No, that is 100%. I'm talking about the ones who's talking about, no, that's just entertainment. Mm-hmm. The one who's trying to separate himself in an interview. But the trickery is that, no, nigga, that people are looking at them the same. Mm-hmm. It's why you keep having yourself in stuff, whether it's beefs, the police looking at you, the court ain't you about somebody having the court because they're about to play your record, like they tried to do Young Thug, like they did. Sebo been going to court years ago, dealing with that in court, right? So it's like that's the tricky part. It's like you keep acting one way in music and saying this is the real stuff in interviews. Mm-hmm. Interviews, look, here's the thing about entertainment. If it's entertainment, keep it entertainment the whole way, right? Mm-hmm. The whole way. Don't get in an interview and say, "Oh, this is the real me." Let me tell you why. This is why I'll tell you why.
That's for the book.
That's for the book.
That's the retirement and the book.
The reason why is because if you're playing a role that you aren't in real life,
exactly.
Continue the role
until it's over.
Till it's over. You play the part till it's over.
He's actually hurting yourself.
Heath Ledger died as the Joker. Right. So I'm saying play the role the whole part because you are hurting yourself because you're bringing us so much other stuff by playing this figure.
But I asked that if you happen to be rapping about real shit, which you shouldn't be doing, like actual accounts,
first of all, and
you're using actual names, then the least you could do for yourself is go to an interview and discount those things as true.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
you got to be like, well, y'all don't know the difference, and we got to from the streets got to know you lying.
Right. Yeah.
The streets got to know you lying.
But that's it.
You trying to make sure the street you double down. The streets know it's the truth.
Yeah.
Nigga, we know.
You're placing yourself at the crime.
We know.
This between you and a judge now. We won you over. Because we had a water cooler at Slauson conversation. We trying to get out here before you get here in real life. Right. You know what I mean? Like, when this nigga and his homies come up, it'd be real. Cool, we know who that is. You see what I'm saying? Like, but you know that's not real.
Yeah.
It's just you're involved in enough. Like you may not have been the actual shooter. You may not be. You break grade out. So now you need the interview to double down to make that real.
It's
like,
enough to tie you.
Are you using
to
that interview to try to solidify what you really aren't?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
exactly.
you're trying to use this interview as a catalyst to say, oh, his shit is real because all that shit's fake. But now you're snitching on people.
That's why you know who I'm not a big fan of. Not necessarily the name, but the category: non-affiliate gangster rappers.
What is that?
Like people who gangster rap, but they clearly letting you know they not from a gang.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like the last that I liked of that was like Warren G and Cube.
Cube, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I'm from the tree of Cube in that.
Yeah, but there's another but Cube also made sure that when he started talking grimy, it felt like MC to MC.
Right.
Yeah.
Fools better. Now we feel like we rapping.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like the other niggas
sure.
talking, you know, when he talking about going down the street, dipping down the street, it's as a civilian.
Yeah.
Slow down with this, man. It's about the experience of just driving down Crenshaw as a civilian. But it's other rappers who, like, you rapping gangster shit, but you also leaving out everything but the set.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so you don't have you're not trying to make it a little bit more peaceful because you're a little bit more peaceful. You're not making a distinction between, like, I like your raps was a distinction between a street dude who hung around with gangsters.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, nah, you know, he's from 5'5", like it never gave that.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
He
Like,
can't say this because of this.
I always try to, and being older, I've did tons of interviews on this after my rap career, whatever. But I always made it my point to say I always patting myself after Cube.
Okay.
I'm not saying I sound like him or nothing. Don't nobody get me confused.
The blueprint of how he
was, because Cube, I related to him because I understood there was more Cubes in the hood than there was of the Dub C's.
Right.
And shout out to Dub C, this homie. But I always knew that it was more of us that just did not gang bang, was around, you did your little things, them are the homies, you got your fights and stuff like that. But for the most part, you were just in them. You were a product of your environment. You were being born around all the things, right? And I had a skill for words and writing and poetry. So I want to rap the stuff I saw and was around. The reason why I was so vocal about not being from a hood, because I need to let you know that that's my way of saying I'm from here. I'm from around here, lived here, raised here, but I didn't get put on with them. So whatever you're trying to put on me that got to do with that,
it's not.
It's not. Here's the thing about that though. This is where accountability comes in at. For the people who don't like them, it don't matter.
Yeah, you're around them.
You one of them. Because I heard one of the coldest things, it was a raw reality, but one of the coldest things I heard Fo Extra from 40s. He did an interview, right?
So
he was talking about non-affiliates, talking about being in jail. They were asking about non-affiliates. So what about non-affiliates? He said, well, no, non-affiliates don't get no passes. He said, because in LA, he said, look, I could ask you from somewhere. You're probably not from somewhere, right? He said, but what happens if y'all homies from that hood come in here,
you with them.
You gonna go with them. You gonna be with them, and you gonna do what they do.
You gonna fight with them,
right? So I'm treating you like what's gonna happen anyway. Right. Now, if your homies don't come in here, that's the whole. Maybe you be cool.
I didn't even have no homies.
Right. But it makes sense. So I just happen to make it through rap with, cool. I made it through rap cool. But what I would have got everything the homies got. Like, that's why I tell people now, like, bro, don't follow nothing I was gagging. I meet people in the street all the time. Even though I started rapping years ago, they had a time and I can't be in LA and I was signing an autograph, taking no picture, somebody telling me I was raised off them, or I'm one of the dopest rappers ever. Mm-hmm. To them.
Yeah.
that's my real life in LA, being real, right? And so me being out, if I have conversations with people, rappers coming up or whatever, they ask me stuff, I always tell them, bro, don't do nothing I was doing. Because I was right on the edge of BS.
On the cusp.
Bro, I was dancing on the line of BS where I thought it was safe enough to play this, right? But for somebody who ain't rocking with them, you ain't safe nothing. No. You just one of them. We just ain't caught you.
Mm-hmm. You gonna catch a stray. You gonna
be including all the stuff, and you better be hoping you with something, fighting, whatever you with, whatever.
LA got a weird space where they could go. He a Crip, but he not from nowhere. But he kind of.
Bro, I got represent.
It's the character Tyrese play in every movie.
Yeah,
exactly.
For sure.
The cuz homie who ain't never been put on.
The Jody.
What I understood is, people don't like to admit it, but what I understood is, cats like myself what For Extra was saying about jail is real talk. Because other than getting put on, going out, doing drive-bys, doing all that stuff like that, which is a lot of part of it, right?
Everything else.
Everything, like the language, talk, saying cuz, and I stopped saying that because I changed my the way I talk. Yeah. I have to talk myself out of putting 2 C's at the end of stuff. Yeah. People do it now out of familiarity. Remember, I changed my name to Good Luck years ago. Yeah. It's GOODLUCK. I've been changing my name.
CK?
But I changed it years ago.
See, I still think it's good.
Yeah,
LUCC.
Look, Instagram won't let me change it. If you notice, my Twitter name is Good Luck 354, spelled the correct way. Years ago. But people are used to what they're used to. Mm-hmm. And I'll be all day trying to tell somebody, no, I don't spell my name like that. Yeah. I don't spell my name like that. Nah, bro, you got to change my... You know what I mean? So I just don't. Yeah. And people used to hear bad luck. They used to hear bad luck. They still call me bad luck. People say good luck is a joke who know me, who know the change. Right? Yeah. But what I'm saying, I like to say that all the stuff I did is all the stuff I got to deal with. Right? All the consequences you got to deal with. All the stuff you slid by, you passed, you got to pass here. Bro, me and Damani started doing records early, bro. It was a problem with the Inglewood niggas. They was not rolling. They thought, you got a nigga with 2 C's at the end of his name, right, talking about he from Watts? Right. Bro, we ain't with, what y'all got going on? Like,
what is this?
You know what is this? Explain this.
He ain't even know, you know.
And Damani, that's my nigga for life, man. Damani almost got in a couple of situations defending me. He was not having it. Not on his watch, because you know how I go. If can't nobody get at me talking about I'm gonna curse for the sake of the conversation viewer. Where that bitch ass nigga Rios at? Yeah. Oh, cause you calling me a bitch ass nigga? Right. How you say exactly. Where? You know what I mean? What am I supposed to do? Oh man, I ain't talked to him today.
Because that's the thing, though. If somebody brings you back some bullshit about you, why the hell they feel so comfortable talking about me like that?
Exactly.
In front of you.
That's the problem. So there's 2 problems here. If you didn't say nothing at the time, now I'm looking at you crazy. Right. Right? And how he looking at you? Right. It's crazy. And you don't even recognize it.
Don't even recognize it.
Right? So yeah, that for that, I love that perspective, but I had to speak on it because I always let people know, man, I got to speak on that part because that was my life. And my life and how I viewed things. And I need to let people know that I didn't think it was cool. I thought it was cool at the time. I was in it. I was smoking. I was doing a bunch of stuff. It's cool. But now that I can reflect and look back, I'm like, man, you was doing a bunch of BS. My first video, how you get it? That Where You From video, I wouldn't even give me no pass if I was from an enemy hood or something like that.
But that's the thing. Like, what he was talking about was like the need for management, right? Like, where's your manager?
Where's your...
And at this time right now, I feel it's the biggest need for a buffer in between because now you can be on the camera at any fucking point. And that shit is going out. You say one viral thing on that, it's going. You say one wrong thing, it's going. And that can hurt.
But the thing about the thing about the managers thing too is from when you were a manager and managers I see coming up, it's like they aren't trained in the same kind of way, right?
Yeah, they're just different managers too. Like I know y'all had Diamond Lane manager.
Yeah, right? but we had Diamond Lane managers. I think you're about to say this. Our managers were coming up as they were the homies, but Burr was built in a structured kind of professional way. Yeah, right. The problem is a lot of people having the homies as the managers. They really the homies, and there's no other structure than how y'all are still dealing with the pecking order that go in y'all hood. Yeah. So your manager might be a bigger homie, and now he may talk to you crazy.
Yeah. Right, and that's what I was saying, the Mike Tyson thing, right? Like, when Mike Tyson started training with his homies. Yeah. Buster Douglas situation happens. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's so you got these unprofessional people that really ain't protecting the product.
They don't know.
They're really just protecting their position with you.
With you, right.
Man, Roddy Jerkins.
That you got to be that type of manager where you like, first of all, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do here. If I got to go because of that, then I'm going to be gone.
Then I'm gone.
Right. And me, I managed a lot of people who were older than me. Right. The funny thing is I managed fucking Freestyle Fellowship, right? And they album was Bullies of the Block. They was literally my group of friends bullies. Like, we didn't get along with them.
Right.
They were the ones when they come outside, you see them. Because they older than...
I think DK...
They all older than us. You know, I know DK.
No, DK. Funny. I'm on this side conversation.
The ones from the J's. The ones from the Crips.
I just seen DK at the studio I was with, and I was talking about you.
Yeah, so shout out DK. But
I was driving up to the Bay to battle some niggas. A freestyle, I think it was No, I forgot which way it was, but some beef that was happening, but small beef. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but that was. So now and then they end up naming their album "The Bullies of the Block," which made it funny as hell.
Yeah. And
then I end up being the manager.
So you taking on all that come with it?
Arnold managing the Gooch.
Right. First of all, our age is showing on this one too.
Oh my God.
None of the viewers gonna know who
Arnold
or the
Look
Gooch
it
is.
up. Look it up.
Oh man.
And you younger too. You know what I mean?
Right.
But my thing wasn't. I'm not here for y'all to let me hang out with y'all. Like I'm damn near have always been beefing with y'all. Like even if you look at Ava DuVernay's first movie, The Good Life, This is the Life. Mm-hmm. My crew is not the ones getting along with The Good Life. They're the one confrontation scene.
I don't think. Did you know that? You know Ava DuVernay?
I know who Ava DuVernay
She
is.
used to rap.
Ava DuVernay used to rap.
She used to be. Yeah, she was part of The Good Life. She was in this group called Figures of Speech.
Dude, wait.
She was my crush for like years.
No way. Because I got put on to Ava through Salem. Or what was where she was doing the March movie?
Oh, no, yeah. You talking about the
MLK movie. Yeah,
I didn't know she was.
I'm about to say the Big Bridge.
Like I said, Salem. That's just so.
First of all, that's not even
Selma.
Selma.
Yeah, about saying
you burning witches?
Yeah, you talking about
a whole nother. We trying to promote niggas. You burning witches?
Carolina or
yeah, nah.
So that's how I got put on to Ava through that movie. I didn't know that she was rapping because she's dope as fuck to me. Like just as what she's doing. Like George Lucas said, imagine if you gave this woman my budget. What she would do with a fucking movie. You know
That's
what I mean?
I know you said that.
Because they were shitting on her for getting like the movie that she was getting. He was like, look at what she's doing with the budget. You know she did my first movie. Really?
All right, never mind.
Now Ava.
Hey.
Ava.
Never mind.
So like,
Ava was fine.
She was a rapper.
Yeah,
that's how you got introduced to her.
Her group was Figures of Speech. I remember her, Giant, a tall girl, and then I forget the other sister name. But I was like,
"Can you manage me?"
I was like, I am trying. Who is this? But she had that senior over scrub vibe. You knew you weren't getting no play.
I wonder if she still. How does she I mean, obviously she took some classes. She took classes, did with school for some things or whatever, or just naturally was a writer.
Well, she was the publicist for what's the guy has the late night show?
Jimmy
Kimmel.
Okay,
I think
Kimmel.
And
huge. Then
she did a documentary about all of us, and that got acclaim, and then it led her into doing her next film and her next film and her next film. Her linking with Oprah didn't hurt.
Boom, yeah.
But
after that.
But she definitely was like that chick when we was kids. I was like, out your league.
Yeah. Definition. Damn.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Damn.
Yeah. How do we segue into that?
Because we were talking about the importance of managers in today's day and age.
Yeah.
And just the access that everybody has to you now. You know what I mean? Like, just like people don't have to be stalkers anymore. Like, I know exactly what you're doing all day, every day because you're here. But it's just funny because it's like you would think that management would be so, like, vital and important and people would be pushing the importance of that because people have every opportunity to ruin their career at any given moment right now.
And it's way easier to ruin your career nowadays, too.
Yeah. And when you're on the hip-hop side, it's sad, but it's like more companies, more brands, more entities want to do artist direct deals. They just want to get the manager out the way because in this genre, it's allowed to happen.
Yeah.
Because the artists want to be known as businessmen too.
Right.
Everybody want to be Hove.
Right.
So whereas if you had like maybe another genre dude, it's taboo to be talking to him instead of the manager. It's not even good business to talk to the artist.
It's not even good business. And they don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, but in this
because you don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, in hip hop, the artists want to. They trying to make this business persona where they can break their manager off.
Right.
When I first came into management, that's what was happening. I was like, "Is this nigga giving me?"
Yeah, no, that's what.
If he giving me the money, like at the
right.
end of the night, and then that would fluctuate what he wanted to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So then I was like, "No, dude." I need to establish the deal. I need to get in the middle of the deal. I need to have the money first. I need to pay you and pay your team. Because then people get paid consistently.
Right.
Before that, the DJ was getting what he wanted to do that day.
And the reason why that works, obviously, with that reason also, that also works because it keeps the buffer between him and other people on staff. Because people start coming to you, and you got to focus on creativity.
Yeah.
So you can't have a staff looking at you like, hey, my money off or something got happened or I didn't get paid. The manager deals with everything, so you can focus on your creativity to keep the money flowing.
Yeah, and to keep the team thriving, because a rapper will be like, I mean, what you gonna do? Barbecue a meal, but do bye.
Yeah, not professional. Right? Don't know the
They go because they got the money.
Yeah.
Once you have touched the money, it's like the Lord of the Rings. You don't want to just give it to the. Right. You start thinking how little the DJ does. Like,
right.
Nigga,
that's what all you do is spin records.
I can't have anybody do that.
Right.
Then you got the rapper who's gonna try to do both. He want to rap behind the dude. You got like and you need him to help you just make decisions. Like when I'm listening to it, and when I got an artist on the interview, I'm looking if a booger is kind of I mean, if your shit look off, and I'm watching this dude if he's trying to play you, switch it up,
trying to bait you into
and
some
ask
shit,
you shit that's just sensational for him.
For sure.
So I'm on the sideline like.
Yeah.
Right.
You making threats to the dude?
Yeah. Because really,
you making wrestling threats?
Because you're the advocate. You're the artist advocate. Like you're the line of defense. Like if I'm not advocating for you, who is? If I'm not protecting you,
he's the buffer between.
Manager wears many hats. Like now that I'm looking at,
he's
like,
the buffer between everything. Period. Everybody, the manager first. Label, business, deal, whatever. Everybody call the manager. No, nobody should have direct contact with the artist.
So now the artist is getting a check that's untaxed, under the table, an exempt check. Like you know how you fill out an exempt and you be like, damn, this motherfucker's fat. I don't know if I'm gonna go back.
But the artist, here's the thing: the manager, he shouldn't be that emotionally tied to once he get all the bread. He know his cut and he know how to dispense how the money's supposed to go. He shouldn't be passionate past that part as far as how the money's divided.
Yeah, he got to have
when
a
an artist get the bread,
they like this is all me.
He's counting all of it.
It's all me
on Instagram,
and then he count. Yeah, and then
before he pays out.
It's crazy, right? That's why. Here's the thing. That's why it's interesting to find when you should start looking to being a manager, because a lot of artists nowadays they're too new. Like, wait, you don't even need a manager right now. Take 10 or 15% of what? You ain't making nothing. So that's one. But also, there's that fine line of like when you are supposed to have one. And the reason why is I didn't want to deal with none of that. Dealing with the money and then breaking the money off and watching it leave. I used to love. I look at artists different now. Look, and when I would work a job, you how you look at how much taxes they took, and it mess with you because you think of what you should have had, But then when I became an artist, you find out first of all you find the hard way that you don't do W-2s, right? You do 1099s and other stuff, right? So,
independent contract. So
then you once you get to your first years of tax trouble and you start to get that stuff straight, we've all been. I still got tax issue right now. I got to square away, right? We've all been through our tax stuff, and then you get to a point where like, I want all my money, but at the same time, I kind of wish that y'all just took the taxes out.
Right.
I'm keep it real. Like me, I kind of wish that the labels just took to where you can see it. Like, it's gonna hurt, but at least I ain't gotta never deal with that at the end of whatever, right? But I understand how that works because that's a write-offs for it. You can't really do that because you got to write stuff off and all this stuff like that. You got all this stuff right here you're writing off, right? So they can't just take a number when you got to write off some more stuff. I get that, but you're stuck in the middle of that. But I like the luxury of a manager being in front, taking care of all this stuff. So by the time it gets to me, I'm just like, all right, you got the check? Good. Cool, cool. Okay.
And they can't take it out. Like I've had years where because of how we was getting checks and it was all bulk, I took the tax off the top. And I put in an account for that.
No, I'm saying, but
at the end of the year,
a good manager would do that.
Yeah, at the end of the year, maybe it's a bonus.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if we don't pay the shit, then I'm gonna hit you with a surprise check.
Right.
Bam. Oh, what? Yeah, we didn't owe all that.
But I'm saying that's you being a manager going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because technically, a manager don't have to do that. First of all, they don't even supposed to be doing that.
No. If you got to have multiple As just the manager,
sure.
but I also was the label manager.
Got it. Okay.
So I was receiving that's why I was saying a different type of check. It's not just venue to me.
For sure.
Thing. It's like you sponsored now.
Yeah.
Like you endorse now. Like that check come, and they are 100% about to report this. I'm also not
100%
putting taxes aside for somebody who's not going to report.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm just, we know that money is under that's laundromat money.
Yeah, right.
They don't know how many loads we done did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then there's the one where like you get one from Mattel. Mattel's gonna tell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Yeah. So you might as well go ahead and put that money aside and hope that you don't owe enough to where you got to actually do that. You just get the money back. You just have it tucked somewhere. So,
damn, it's you guys are in the music industry. I'm not in the music industry. I've always been on the outside looking in.
Entertainment for me.
Entertainment.
And
it's just like, damn, it's so many damn intricacies within the game. You know what I mean? Like as me, I'll look and be like, damn, why that artist ain't doing this? And just like a simple thought to me, but it's 10 moves for that artist to be that way. Or this and that. It's like so much behind the scenes.
Nobody know the business.
So nobody know the business. It's interesting you say that. Nobody knows the business. But for the viewer watching, they think they know everything about. They know nothing about the entertainment industry. They know nothing. And it's funny watch people argue on the internet about things that celebrities go through.
Yeah.
Or I ain't never been no celebrity, but I've got paid the same way celebrities got paid, not the same amount. I'm saying so I wouldn't know when BMI pays people or when ASCAP pays people.
And understanding
how royalties are divvied out, where royalties come from, right? So all those things. So because I'm a collector of royalties, I get royalties from stuff, right? So I would know that. So the people who speak about your business outside of that, they know nothing of the intricacies of how that works. So it's funny watch people argue about
or how deals work,
or how deals work. They don't know nothing. So think about it. If you don't know none of that, how are you counting somebody's money on any kind of level of being a celebrity?
Or saying what deal they should have did, who did what wrong. Like
you don't know what be going on.
You don't even understand the whites. So you really can't understand this.
For sure.
Because nature of the business is you taking somebody with some clear weaknesses and you trying to put them somewhere where they could thrive.
Yeah.
So you can't be mad at loopholes.
Right.
You can't be mad at double-edged swords and double entendre. You can't be mad at this because they handicaps for a person who wouldn't have won originally. You feel what I'm saying? Like if I make a game, I know, okay, I'm gonna have to integrate the cheats into it if I'm gonna keep winning on a consistent basis. Because I'm gonna run into people smarter. I'm gonna run into a gamer.
Yeah.
A game creator can't necessarily beat a gamer.
Right.
Because a gamer is learning everything about the game to manipulate it for what it is. You gotta hide something from a gamer. And to be like, you just never knew when I push button O. What button O? Button O. Oh, shit. So shit go. You see what I'm saying? So me, that's what I loved about like business and why I realized why a lot of time the gangsters in hip hop go way further than the righteous, learned academia fucking rappers.
Why is that?
It's because the nature of the game is deceptive. You see what I'm saying? And if you come into it with ideals, you're out of here.
Yeah.
My white homies know if you slip up in a contract and you leave room for mine, I'm going to put it in there.
Gotcha, bitch.
And then it all looked good until you didn't make that thing. Remember, it's not. And I'm going to talk about it.
Yeah.
My language is not going to reflect the contract.
For sure.
Right.
It's going to reflect my position.
Yeah.
My position as your friend or whatever it may be. Man, if you don't get it by that day, we'll work it out. Like if you don't, send me the money. The contract is there, but send me the money by the first. If you don't get it by the first, we'll work it out. Right?
This is the workout.
Boom.
This is
now,
the workout.
Read the contract because work it out is not sure good guy how I just did it.
Right.
Then it's the second, man. My bad. You know, what can we do? I think they already retroed that thing and you probably owe a whole nother. What? Yeah, it's worked out.
That's the workout.
You got to read for that part. Had you read it, you would have found out if you had paid a percentage of it, you could have prolonged, got 90 days. You got to read it.
Yeah.
You got to read it. You got to put something in there for you.
When I worked at not the first, second Bush administration. When I worked at Bush administration, I learned a lot of like the loophole stuff in like. What?
Halliburton?
No. Huh? Second Bush. Yeah.
It was funny when I thought you meant the first.
Oh no, the second Bush.
Okay, go ahead.
Second Bush, yeah. The second Bush. You learned a lot of like loopholes and stuff, especially dealing with taxes. And I learned a lot of there. And I think now a lot of people could what?
Go. Yeah.
No,
I said Halliburton because that was the second Bush.
Right, but you know what I think though? I think that we have a thing where you don't really. What's the word I want to use? You don't really
believe.
You're not really confident in like. I've done a lot of things. I don't think you know that. You know rap. You know the rap thing,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And I think that because I think what I'm at the age now. You know, once you start hitting the mid 40s, I'll be 45 in some days.
Yeah.
Right. Once you start to get to the age where you start to let it flow. The older you get, the more you start not caring about stuff.
Right.
So I feel like this is my platform. I'm comfortable here. You make me feel real comfortable. Thank you. I'm comfortable. Your wife is a lovely woman, right? So you make me feel comfortable here, and this is the place where I want to divulge like all the things.
All the things.
All things. So when I talk about some of these things, my life in different industries, right? I talked about some of it, right? I think that you think it's unbelievable. I don't know. It's unbelievable. Like I couldn't have done that.
Not you. It's not about you.
No, it's not you.
It's not about you necessarily.
Okay.
It's about the act. That is so impressive. I'm just
you impressed or not impressed by me working for the Bush administration?
I'm very impressed by the Bush administration.
Okay.
Very impressed and very curious on how you got into the Bush administration. How you shipped in it. So I'm just the doubt that you see in me is me just going through like, oh shit, did he shift into this position, or what happened
to get into the Bush? Well, schooling, first of all, I didn't go to school, so that was one of my pluses to get in. I used to
Why was that a plus?
Well, because you don't ask too much.
Oh, don't take advantage.
Yeah. So I can talk about it now because it's past the stipulation thing. But like I used to do a lot of like copying and fax work, and with a lot of copying and fax work, you got rid of a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Have you seen Aaron Brockovich? Right.
With
Julia Roberts?
Yeah.
Right. So kind of like the Aaron Brockovich story, but the other way around.
They were trying to get rid of the stuff.
Yeah, I was working for the other side.
You were the
wasn't
bad guy.
Aaron Brockovich, but I was kind of like getting rid of papers and stuff like that because I understood like a lot of loopholes and stuff I was finding out, and I learned on the job it couldn't really go to press or public. So
Coyote of Wall Street.
I like that. I had other nicknames, but that wasn't one of them. I do like the Coyote of Wall Street.
What was the nickname?
Can't talk about that.
Okay.
Can't talk about that. But yeah, and that's not unbelievable. Like I said, it's second Bush. The father, I would understand if you didn't believe I said the first Bush because he was a lot. No,
I laughed because the second Bush, it's a lot of cutthroat stuff happening there, and you were around a lot of dirty stuff.
You know why you didn't find out about most of it? This guy.
That's why.
Well, a lot of it because, like I said,
that's why he still is getting along well as he is.
Well,
Thank you.
Can't speak on that, but I just know that I got rid of a lot of stuff there, and my time there was not short lived, but well respected. I'm still here, and I can't talk about it.
What year was this?
The year was the Bush administration.
Yeah.
What you mean when Bush was in?
Yeah. What years were you there? The full term?
Oh no, I thought you meant. Oh my bad. No. I kind of like in the middle. I don't know if it was the.
Yeah, that's that time.
That's that time. That would be.
Yeah.
Good job.
Very
good on you. Good on you.
You know what? I don't know if I do feel safe here, but also I don't know. Like the more I think, I think vulnerability is one of my flaws, and sometimes I'm so transparent that when I do release. I think that people don't realize that it's an attack.
So wait, let me get this straight. When you were earlier, you were midway in the bush, but they didn't realize that they were under attack.
First of all, I'm never midway in the bush. I'm all the way in the bush.
But it was in the middle of his term.
I'm all the way in the bush.
It was in the middle of his term.
Like back when I was, never mind, I was brought up the old industry. That's when I started in the bush, the other industry. But
yeah, that's what I thought you meant.
The midterm, what
you said you were there in the middle.
Yeah, so halfway through the process.
But it was an attack on them?
Attack on who?
On the Bush administration, because you said it's a release, but it's also...
No. I'm talking about attack from the people I'll be talking to.
Oh, okay.
Like how I feel now.
You feel attacked?
Not attacked. Really? That's not the... But that is the first word that comes up.
I am second guessing you sitting in that chair after working with the Bush administration.
Well, that's the thing. Why? There's no other reason for you not to believe me.
Well,
I don't...
It's a couple.
I don't believe you.
What's the couple of reasons?
You were on tour at that time?
I was not on tour at that time.
You can't remember the year?
That's a good reason, though. But
So you can't remember the year?
I can't remember the year the Bush administration was?
That you were there?
I can't remember the year that I was there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it that I can't remember?
Well, I could bring up the administration years.
Well, for sure we can. We all can. What I'm saying is it that I don't want to remember?
2008 to 2012.
That's not what I'm asking you.
What?
I'm asking you, is it that I don't want to remember? Or
I think you do want to remember because you brought this up.
No. I brought it up to talk about my time at the Bush administration, what I was doing in the act. It reminded me of that with the loopholes I was learning about. He talked about the loopholes in the business with management and loopholes. I was reflecting back to the loopholes of me getting rid of documents at a time in my life when I worked for the Bush administration. Maybe if I wouldn't have said Bush administration, this wouldn't be a whole thing.
No, any administration.
Wait, any administration? You would have felt like something fishy about it?
Not fishy. I would have been surprised.
Now, why? Why is that?
Because I've known you for a while. I've never known you to be associated with a cabinet.
You didn't know I did movies either?
Yeah, I did. Oh, those kind of movies.
What you mean?
I thought you were talking about regular movies. You're talking about
what are regular movies?
The ones that don't involve the shift.
Did they all involve the shift?
Yours, that you were talking about the last show.
How do you think I got the part for the regular movies?
Yeah, I knew about those movies, not the ones that got you the part to those movies.
I know, but how do you think I got the regular movies?
Talent.
The shift.
Talent.
The shaft.
The shaft.
Some would call it the shift. Some would call it the shift.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
Anyway, that's enough about me. I'm tired of I'm trying to prove myself.
It's okay. Because I got somebody in the current administration that I'll link you up with. So don't worry about that. I wanted to...
Wait.
What?
What current administration?
Oh, I know some things already.
I know. What I'm saying is that technically we're in the middle of 3.
Yeah, but...
We don't know the either 2.
He knows.
After today. But you said you know who's going to be the next president.
I didn't say that in those words, but I know this.
You know who's going to be the next president?
I know I have somebody in the cabinet.
Who knows who's going to be the next president?
Who is the next president?
What cabinet? Is the one in there that he's working on in there?
No.
Not that cabinet. Oh, the cabinet.
I'll link you up. It might
one hint. Is it a girl or a guy?
It could be both.
Oh, so it's the closet.
It's Gigi.
It's not the cabinet. He got somebody in the closet.
Badru.
Wait, you made a statement about
Badru.
There was something you talked about somebody making it to heaven. Wait, you said you had you told me a joke about
I never told you a joke. I might have said something funny, but I've never told you a joke.
No, I'm sorry, not a joke.
Uh-huh.
Not a joke. It wasn't a joke.
It's real.
You said right.
Some things
you
about
said
life
what about
real.
somebody making it to heaven, right? You said
everybody's gonna make it to heaven. You know, I found out all the whites are making it to heaven.
Expound.
I found
First of all, why take expound like I don't believe
all the whites will see heaven.
They will see it? They will get into it?
No, it's on the tour on the way to hell. It's like you pass right by it. There's no fighting it.
Yo.
See that over there? It's a little pearly. In that area. See that?
They guaranteed that. And fire buffets.
Fire buffets.
In the time.
Yo.
Hey, yo, dude, like,
what? Yo, we got it.
Like this food is fire.
It's fire.
Literally. And there's a lot of it.
We got to get it on that, man. Hey.
wasn't even talking about that. That's the funny part.
Yeah, I know.
That was not a joke.
What's
that
crazy
was not a joke.
What's crazy? What I was talking about was way worse than that.
That was good. That was good. I want to dive into. We got to end it, but I would like to dive into why they all are going to hell.
Yeah.
Why they all are going to see heaven. That is a great episode.
Yeah. I wish we have God on here for that one. Not that he's not here now, but you know what I mean?
Maybe behind
Why you doing like that? Like, here now?
Because, God is disapproving, so he don't even fuck with the humans like that. Especially the female ones and the ones with late decisions. But he definitely... God don't fuck with us.
Yo, this is wild.
Keep that on that couch over there.
He'd be like, y'all, remember I told you, niggas couldn't even wait long enough for him to say his name. What's your name? What's your name? Yahweh. Oh, it's Yahweh. No, I was saying, y'all, wait. I'm going to tell you. But it's not a regular John Adam.
Yo!
My name's not going to be like yours. Oh, Yahweh. It's brilliant.
Y'all, wait. And I'm going to tell you.
Niggas couldn't even cut him off.
Cut God off.
Cut him off. They knew who he was.
Yeah.
They saw him.
You couldn't even get his name. He was going to call you.
He said, no, I'm trying to say, y'all, wait.
I'm going to tell y'all.
Yahweh, did you hear it? Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, the sun! Oh, not yet.
Jesus Christ.
Not yet.
No.
Dog, what is wrong with you, dog?
Oh, shit.
Yo.
We just learned something.
If God fuck with people, suicide wouldn't be a sin.
Wait, what?
He just
they
be
were
like,
trying to go get me.
he'd be like, I got this.
Yeah.
Please don't deprive me of this. Or you with the whites. No. You lived your life.
You lived your life. Let me do what I do.
Let me do my
Don't
thing.
deprive me of this.
I've been waiting.
Please don't deprive me of this.
Beat you to it. White space. You can't beat them to it.
Oh, shit.
Not with it.
Yo, we got to end it, bro.
It's not with it.
That was great.
Badru, man.
Hey, would love to
Come back and talk religion.
We'd love to have you back talk religion.
We're gonna come back and talk religion.
Because you've enlightened me on a couple things just in this last few minutes
man.
Bless.
I was not privy to. And
Dude.
that,
Look, now you're gonna be like, dang, God don't fuck with me.
like, y'all wait. Y'all wait. And I will tell you.
Yeah.
We jumped the gun.
Y'all ran with.
We jumped the gun.
You just need, I could have told y'all my name. Now, who you pray to? You just gonna keep making shit up. Like,
Oh, shit.
now we end up paying to an acronym,
Oh, shit.
right? God is acronyms: Gomer, Ozdbar, strength, wisdom, beauty. We praying to the virtue of a nigga. You know what I mean? Not a nigga, but you know what I mean? Like,
No, you might be right.
like they start. We couldn't wait to learn your name, so we just started calling you Nice Good Guy and abbreviated it. Yo, wait, damn.
Yo, wait.
I'm telling you, when you get to, he gonna hit you. I put out one book to say I rest on Sunday, and you niggas show up with instruments and.
Wait.
I put out one book.
It don't say nothing but I'll rest on Sunday and don't like learn the same language. All don't speak one language. And here you guys, nigga, showing up and then Duolingo. Death.
I just downloaded Duolingo.
13-day streak.
I'm on my 2-day streak. I'm on my 2-day streak right now. Yo, I signed up for the match. 50 days straight. Shoot 20 minutes a day.
Oh,
I thought I was doing shit.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is that noise?
Yeah.
It's like,
He said I rest on Sunday, and you niggas brought instruments.
oh, man.
Making all the noise.
Singing, only time y'all sing out the week every week.
Yeah.
All of my best singers.
Oh,
Oh, man.
So next time we gotta talk religion, yeah, for sure.
Hey, Badru, I really appreciate you. Thank you, Luck, for bringing.
No, was I a valuable guest now because you said behind the scenes? I was like, yeah, I'm your guest. He's like, we don't know what your value is. We'll see. So that means a lot coming from you, brother. I appreciate you.
I gave you a bottle of water.
Man.
Right.
Off strength.
They gave me. Look at that. Show them y'all, just before we go. Just show them what y'all drinking out of. Just one time. Matching. Disposable.
You may be back. Okay. And I may have a cup for you. Possibility.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Luck.
Duh.
You said I got somebody dope, and you were fucking lying.
Dude, Badru hilarious, man.
Very, very funny. Very good episode. This pod is crazy. Would love to have you back whenever you're available.
For sure. For sure.
Luck, do your thing. And this is Relatable with Luck, Rios, Badru. Where can they...
where can they find you?
The Instagram, goodkingbad_. I got a book coming out with all my Badruisms.
Really?
I can't wait.
Yep,
Can't
so
wait
that's
for that.
coming out soon. You got to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely
all this
want that.
thinking in a pamphlet. It ain't even a book. Like, it's a gang of shit, but it ended up being that much. All of who I am.
All of who I am.
Oh, man.
So much accomplishment.
Man, thanks for coming, dog. I appreciate you, man. Always, I love you, my brother. You always got game. Every time I talk to him, man, it's always something.
Dude.
You finna be laughing like crazy. You gonna get a lot of game, man. He's just a dope individual, dude.
He only allowed to talk to me for 10 minutes at a time if Shaz around.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Are you talking about Drew?
Let's talk about that.
Ixnay on
No, my wife, first of all, she loves him. But every time I say I'm talking about Drew, she like, oh man, what'd he say today?
Yeah.
What'd he say today? Did
You don't even get to say bye. I just hear bye, Badru.
You don't even finish the conversation. I'll give it to you next time.
Hilarious, man.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go look at the overrated truths.
Bruh. What's crazy? We need to do video. It's all audio.
Worst produced
audio?
Yeah, worst produced podcast. The what it produced was fire, but the production of it.
I'm talking about if you like working out or something or going on a run or something or whatever, you can pop in headphones and listen to it. But it's no video.
From what I saw today, I know that shit's amazing.
Dude.
Both of y'all connection, y'all energy, synergy
Hilarious, bro.
is dope. So I definitely want to go check that out. Go follow Badru, follow Luck, follow me, like and subscribe. This is Relatable. And look, guess what, man?
I want to plug my vlogs too.
You're the first guest.
You are the first guest.
There we go. Okay.
You're the first guest.
All right.
For sure.
On this
I don't know who
amazing
y'all gonna
platform.
have next. Y'all gotta have Dr. Umar next.
How we gonna have you talk about religion there?
Oh, and I want to plug my vlog.
Go ahead, plug.
Everybody follow my vlog, subscribe to my vlog. It's Good Luck TV, GOODLUCK Good Luck TV on YouTube. Go check it out, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'm just on there talking stuff, giving game, providing what I deem is value to the people. So like and subscribe and follow up. Straight up.
Boom. Yeah.